Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
Everybody, welcome to Wrestling with Savage. We're here for Monday Night Raw, coming to you live on the USA Network. And there's going to be a lot to talk about tonight. From Seth Rollins to Finn Balor, the Judgment Day, Cody Rhodes, Brock Lesnar. This is going to be a lot to get into. Raw starting right now. Let's see how they kick off the show. Raw tonight looks like it's sold out. And it looks like the Judgment Day are opening the show. No entrance. They're already in the ring. I kind of like this. Rhea Ripley has a mic. It looks like they all have a mic. I don't see Dom in the ring, however. Dominic Mysterio. Nowhere to be found on Monday Night Raw. Damian opens up Raw. Typical, all rise for the Judgment Day. But you should all rise for the Judgment Day. They're live right now in Tampa, Florida. The crowd seems to be heated. They're in it. And Rhea Ripley reminding everybody that they not only run Monday Night Raw, but we run all of the WWE. And I agree with Rhea Ripley. Right now, Judgment Day, probably the strongest faction in the world of professional wrestling. Finn Balor reminding everybody that they have the unbeatable women's champion in Rhea Ripley. Finn has been doing a great job of putting over all the talent coming through Judgment Day, all the way from Dom. I don't think Rhea Ripley ever needed it, but Finn is always going to put her over whenever he gets the chance. He's letting everybody know Judgment Day, we have all the gold coming soon. The future world champion here. They're going to talk about, I think they're going to have a celebration right now. So this is going to be a big Raw for Mr. Mysterio, who had a big moment last week on NXT. If you missed it, last week on NXT, Mr. Mysterio over here decided to become the North American champion, taking the title from Wes Lee. Of course, there was controversy involved. Judgment Day had to help a little bit. But at the end of the day, I don't judge someone on how they get the job done when it comes to winning championships. It's a dirty game out there, and if you don't do the job, they might do it to you first. So nothing but respect for Mr. Dom. The heat magnet currently of WWE, making history recently. I was told that he is the only person to ever main event Monday Night Raw, NXT, and SmackDown all in the same week, which is kind of crazy to think about. But at the end of it, he's walking around with gold now. So they've done the job. And that's why Dom wasn't in the ring, because they got to give him the big entrance, the big celebration, the hops, the props. They got to put him over. And what better way to get heat on Dom than to have the Judgment Day continue to put him over, brag about him, and give him that big entrance. Rhea Ripley letting everybody know that he is the hardest man she knows. Her Latino Eat, her Dom, the new NXT North American champion of the world, and honestly, well-deserved. You can hate Dom, you can love Dom, but you got to respect Dom. He's been in this business for a long time, ever since he was a kid, and he's put in the work. He's a much better worker today than he was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and it's getting better and better and better. It's time to start putting some respect on this man's name. Good storytelling is coming out of this, and it's going to only lead to better storytelling long term. I'm digging the new tattoos. He's got some new ink, looking fresh, looking a little bigger, looking a little stronger, a little more badass. It looks like jail really took a toll on Mr. Mysterio. And it is what it is. It happens, ladies and gentlemen. It's not easy. It's not easy to grow up the son of an absolute legend and to come to the business to skip the training wheels on NXT only to come back to it later and take one of their titles. It's epic storytelling. And even with the crowd trying to boo him out of the building, he gladly announces that he is the new North American champion. So we're going to celebrate Dom's greatness right now with a beautiful video package that only the WWE can do. I remember when Damian Priest said that the greatest luchador in wrestling ever, Mr. Dominic Mysterio. I mean, they're showing this video package. This kid's out here splashing everybody, beating everybody up. Let's see when we're going to get to a match. I wonder what's going to be the first match that's going to open us up tonight here on Monday Night Raw. I'm excited to call some action and to see what we have to look forward to here tonight on Monday Night Raw. Fans letting him know he sucks. They don't care about the video package. So Dom doing his job, catching all the heat. He goes right back to the gold mine. I am the new. And here comes Kevin Owens. Very interesting that we're sticking to this storyline here. And it makes sense. I can see Judgment Day taking the tag team titles off of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. What's going on, everybody out there in the Savage Kingdom? Hope you're all doing well tonight. Watching Monday Night Raw. Savage here, bringing you the action, coming to you live from Tampa, Florida. Monday Night Raw on the USA Network. We're doing a watch-along tonight. Maybe some play-by-play. Maybe a little post-show discussion. I'm not sure. We'll see how long it goes. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and I'm waiting for some action so I can call some matches. Kevin Owens has a good point. He's reminding everybody that, hey, didn't we do this last week? They come out, they talk for a while, they try to look all, Kevin Owens out here talking some smack, and they can learn. He's saying Judgment Day didn't learn a lesson last week, so he's going to have to teach them another lesson this week. Reminding everybody that, he's reminding Dom that nobody cares what you have to say. What are we getting? Another tag team match? So Kevin Owens being very rude, very disrespectful, losing his temper yet again, saying the best thing you can do for this business is shut your mouth forever. Dom says, I will not be disrespected. I'm a champion. Sami Zayn chimes in, says, nobody here respects you. That's why you're being disrespected. Kevin Owens says that's an easy concept to understand. Just shut up, Kevin says. Just shut up. Sami has an idea, though. I wonder where Sami's going with this. I'm sure it's leading to a match. Of course, here it comes. Why don't you go one-on-one with one half of the Undisputed Tag Team Champions tonight? So it's going to be Dom versus Sami Zayn in Tampa tonight. Obviously, another main event situation here. It's funny because Sami Zayn was so over last year, and now it seems like Dom is just way more over than Sami Zayn right now. Sami Mania kind of died out. I don't hear anybody saying, oh, Sami should have a title shot now. That's all you could hear before when he was in the bloodline. But as soon as he leaves the bloodline, nobody wants to say that anymore. Nobody. What's going on, Richard, man? How you doing, man? Travis J, no idea. We're doing a live watch along. We're waiting for a match to start so that we can actually do some real play-by-play. No idea if Jay. I think Travis can't make it tonight. I think he went to the dentist, so we're hoping Travis feels better. Jay, who knows? He's probably drinking. Maybe he's not even home yet. I don't know. He might come on. He might not. They got the link. We'll get somebody in here eventually. Corey Graves. Kevin Patrick on commentary. I don't know if I agree with Corey Graves. Is it really another landmark night for the Judgment Day? Here we go. Now they're promoting Seth freaking Rollins, and he is going to be going one-on-one for a contract signing. No match, just a contract signing between Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. And that match is going down at SummerSlam, so you're going to see that later tonight. A lot of matches coming up tonight. But we're also getting Logan Paul live tonight on Monday Night Raw. And I'm excited. And the reason I put that picture there is so that everybody can see what's in this kid's future. Whether you like it or not, championship gold is in this man's future. So Rhea Ripley is going one-on-one with Liv Morgan later tonight. Poor Liv Morgan going to get the ass whooping of her life. They're hyping up Drew McIntyre tonight. Drew McIntyre and Gunther tonight, one-on-one. No, face-to-face. Excuse me. It's not a one-on-one. God forbid. That's a pay-per-view match. That's going to be at SummerSlam. Apparently, we're going to get some words from Cody Rhodes, who's going to have a response. Because, Cody Rhodes, why wouldn't he have a response for Brock Lesnar trying to break his arm in front of his mama? And now, ladies and gentlemen, we've gone from, can it get any worse than this? Becky Lynch coming down to the ring right now. She's wearing her traditional black leather jacket, all black outfit, black singlet, black boots, black knee pads. She's coming down to the ring right now, and it looks like she's going one-on-one with the baddest, in my opinion, the newest, baddest member of the women's division in WWE, Zoe Starks, and that is coming up next. If Becky wins tonight, she gets a rematch with Trish Stratus. Here's the problem with this. I don't care about Becky Lynch anymore. I don't care about Trish Stratus anymore. The only reason this even interests me even a little bit is because we're at least spotlighting Zoe Starks and how good she is. We're doing justice with taking Zoe Stark and putting her next to two of the biggest women stars in the history of this business. Now, whether I love Becky or hate Becky or Trish or whatever, or how I'm feeling about their current chemistry, none of that matters. And the reason none of that matters, who the hell is this guy? Oh God. See, he must be really bored. I think we got someone kidnapped Tom. I think. I don't. That can't be Tom. Who are you, sir? Who are you? Can you
Yo,
explain?
Savage, I thought you were arrested. What happened?
Arrested?
You got arrested at Collision, I heard.
Nah, you heard wrong.
I heard you were fighting security.
Fighting security. Is that what you told David LaGreca? Is that why you called me annoying?
Good spot today on the show. You barely got in before they went off the air.
I called and I got on. I wasn't on hold. I don't hold anymore. I just call. If I get on, I get on. I give them the last 9 minutes. If I get on, I get on.
Awesome.
I don't call every day, though. If I did, I'd probably be on every day. I'm having a feeling, though, Tom, you're going to be in for a good phone call in the next week or two.
Okay.
And I'm going to call when Bully's on because I got a big bone to pick with Bully. It's about that time I let him know what's up. And if he doesn't respond to my, call over here the way I expect, then I will be laying down a challenge, Toto Tom.
So what do you think of the shirt? What do you think of my background?
Background's great. I just don't like the echo. I can hear myself talking. Do I think Judgment Day is going to win all the gold, Richard? That's a great question. I don't think they're going to win all the gold right now tonight, but I do think by the end of the year, all 4 members will be draped in some kind of gold. What kind? Don't know.
Sure.
But everybody's going to be draped in gold by the end of the year.
Really don't.
So what's going on? What are you doing here? What happened? You're working tonight?
The new format. I wanted to check it out. I like it.
Okay.
I think it's brilliant. I think it's earlier. Right?
Definitely
and
earlier.
For those who aren't in front of a TV, they can, pull this up on YouTube and follow along.
That is true. Yeah, I'm just trying to, mix it up a little bit. Like I talked to you about that before. We're just trying to change things around a little bit. Richard says, "What's up, Tom? Tom, tonight, I guess he's just got back from training. Have you been training in the luchador style lately?"
My ribs are finally 100%.
Oh, okay. It took some time.
It took some time. It took about 4, 5, 6 months. It was a vicious elbow. Do you remember?
Yeah, I definitely remember.
Tell Richard what happened.
Oh, you want me to tell Richard? I'd rather just show him what happened.
Okay.
I mean, it's in the intro. I mean, it plays during every episode, so I'm sure Richard's seen it. It's not like it's anything new. But okay, so you're fully recovered. So what does that mean? You're ready to take another one? Why are you telling me that?
Maybe I got to learn how to take them better. I think I need a little more training. That's why.
I think I gave you 2, didn't I?
Yeah.
And one of them you didn't even feel.
The second one was fine.
Yeah, because the first one you felt because that was the first one I did in God knows how many years. And sorry, you had to be the victim to that. But it could have been much worse. Like I mean, you could have been paralyzed if I would have really elbow dropped you for real. I don't think you were getting up unassisted that night. Like if I mean, come on down, I spank that shit. So let me ask you a question.
Shoot.
When you see Becky Lynch on your television screen in 2023, what's it doing for you?
It's not moving the needle any further than what it did in 2022 or 2021.
Yeah, Richard wants you to know, Tom, that we can't see you. It's so dark in your room.
Hold on.
He has the camera like for Instagram. Give us that full screen, Tom. Come on, you got to remember how to do this. Oh, look at that. Look at Tom. Oh, look at the luchador. Is that the Hogan mask? Is that a Mr. America?
I'm not aware of that. Hogan mask?
You don't remember when Hogan came in as Mr. America?
Oh yeah, but I don't think it's that. Then a buddy of mine went to Mexico and got it.
Okay, very cool. Nonetheless, very cool mask. Is it uncomfortable to wear?
No, I've worn it plenty of times. I wear it for Halloween usually, or I think I wore it to an ISPW show, which was on Halloween this year. You were at it.
I don't remember you wearing that mask.
Huh. It was this past October. I thought you were there.
Nah, I probably wasn't. You probably imagined me being there because
It was in Avenel.
you love it when I show up to the ISPW shows.
It was Avenel. Remember? It was Avenel.
Zoe Stark right now in the ring with Becky Lynch, and that, like I said earlier, before you got in here, the only good thing I can take from this entire storyline is the fact that Zoe Stark is being catapulted in the same category with absolute legends of this business. Whether we love them or hate what they're currently doing, Trish Stratus, legend. Becky Lynch, legend. Zoe Stark, brand new. And she's working with legends. So that's my only take from all this on a positive side, is that at the end of the day, this is going to do more for Zoe Stark's career than Becky or Trish.
Trish, I get. But Becky, she's in the prime of her career. She needs to be making,
Is she really, though? Because, I don't feel like she's putting on primetime matches anymore. No offense to Becky. But when was the last memorable Becky Lynch match that you saw? That you actually, were like, damn, that was intense? Maybe I'm wrong.
I can't count Money in the Bank because that was a bunch of people involved and it was a gimmick match.
That was like a spot fest.
Yeah.
Spot mania.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch with a big clothesline, taking Zoe Stark down, going for the cover, kick out at 2. Again, it's hard for me to even want to call the action on a match like this because I know where it's headed. I know where it's going. Trish is ringside with her mask. She's going to obviously get involved. Athletic move by Zoe Stark right there, though. I'll give Zoe that, man. Athleticism she has for freaking miles. The only thing she has to pick up from these two girls, to be honest. And you know what? That's one thing I don't like. You're not going to pick up much charisma from a Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus right now. If she's supposed to be learning from their mic skills right now, that's a bad lesson.
I think back to the night when Becky Lynch took on the entire roster of the women's division and had her nose broken in the process by Nia Jax. That
memorable night.
Yeah, that catapulted her, and she leveled up. So I am not sure if that was an anomaly.
It's a one-hit wonder, man. How many bands can you name that had a song, they came along, they had that number one hit, they made their money, they had their fame, but they never, ever did something quite as good as that right. One-hit wonder.
Exactly.
It's the same scenario here, in my opinion.
They pushed her to the moon. They put the belt on her a couple times.
Dude, they let her walk out of the main event of WrestleMania 35. First time ever, a woman's main eventing WrestleMania. She walks out with it. Yep. That's huge. Just that statement alone makes her a legend for the rest of her life. That's the peak for her. There's nothing she can do in her career that will ever live up to that moment ever again. And I think that's why it's hard for me to, and not just me, I think a lot of people feel the same way. They're not enjoying Becky Lynch on TV right now. Why is that? There's got to be a reason.
Maybe it's the dance partner.
Richard says that nobody cares, man.
Yeah.
We got fans saying it. You hear it on Busted Open all the time. People call in and complain about Becky and Trish.
Maybe it's a dance. Maybe it's more Trish than Becky. Maybe if you put her in a good storyline, maybe she can come out of it. She was dealing with Damage Control for so long. And everybody was down on Damage Control. I bet you if they do a one-on-one feud with Bayley, I bet you they get a lot of juice out of that.
Well, hopefully Bayley's okay. I know she had injury to her knee. I don't know how serious it was. I don't know if she had surgery.
Yeah.
So hopefully she has a speedy recovery.
Right.
Maybe it is the dance partner in Trish Stratus, but maybe it's just that the competition right now is too stiff for her to have any shine. You got Rhea Ripley, right? You can't put Becky near Rhea Ripley because Rhea's just going to destroy her, which is why you don't see Becky and Rhea ever on the screen together ever. I think.
And then there's Charlotte, and then you got Bianca. There's some.
Well, that's the brand split, man. I mean, maybe there'd be more interesting matches on the SmackDown side, but I feel like that's where these brand splits kind of hurt the business more than help the business, because then we get these like stagnated, stalemate situations where talent doesn't really have any talent that matches them to work up with, because they're limited to the talent that's on their roster, even though the whole company should be the roster, but whatever.
That's a ratings grab, by the way, that draft. I think we've all realized that.
I'm sick of that rating. What ratings? It's the same shitty ratings. Bloodline are the only things that get ratings nowadays.
So while we're in commercial break, at least I'm assuming, because I really don't have Raw on, why don't you tell us a little bit more about Saturday night and your experience at Collision?
Well, right now, Becky Lynch leg drop off the top rope, kick out. My experience at Collision, it was a fun night, man. I had a good time. I had really good seats. In my opinion, I had the best seats in the house because I was like on the corner of the front row, and there was nothing next to me. Just a big open space. And I could just stand and hang out and chill, and nobody bothered me. Nobody said anything to me. My security guard friends that are usually there weren't there. There was a couple of new guys on deck. I didn't go for the Ring of Honor at all, mostly because I came late. I wanted to be there at 4 o'clock. That was my initial plan, to try to talk to some of the fans, get some videos, get some content, all that good stuff I like to do. But I was on a family vacation kind of situation, and the first destination that we wanted to go to in the morning ended up not being so hot. So we quickly picked something else, which was very nice. It was a museum in Pennsylvania called Touch Museum. And it's a huge museum, right? Very nice. My son had a good time, but, long story short, we ended up leaving later. More traffic. I didn't get home till about 4 o'clock. And I'm looking at the GPS. It's telling me about an hour and 40 minutes for Prudential Center. So I'm like, now I got to take a shower. I got to get ready. I got to put the suit on. I got to load the car, get in the car, go get there around 6:15, park. And then I tried to gain access to the media press box. Which I tried, but it was kind of hard to get in when the door is locked.
Right.
And the reason the door is locked is because press has to be there at a certain time. That press box door is only open it's a set time. That you have from, like, let's say 12 to 4 or 12 to 4:30. You got to be in there and get in there and get in there, and you're in. After a certain time, they lock it.
Why don't you request for some press credentials?
I will eventually, but I want to wait till I get a little bigger following on YouTube, which it's slowly coming. I mean, I know I have a TikTok following that could probably qualify me, but here's the thing: I know guys that are getting in there and getting press passes that don't even have half of the following that I have. So I know that I can get that, but the reason why I haven't gone out of my way to get that either is I feel like that kind of separates me from what I want to do.
Well, exactly. That was my next question. I thought you worked better, like, amongst the crowd, like where you were sitting, so you can interact.
Normally, I do. I couldn't.
What's the benefit of being in the press room?
You just get more access to the wrestlers.
Would you? Okay.
Yeah, probably. No, I'm not going to SummerSlam. I wish I was going to SummerSlam. If Becky wins tonight, Trish beating Becky, and Becky takes her luggage going home. Maybe. Becky with a roll-up. Zoe kicks out. Now going into the armbar. Becky Lynch over here trying to break Zoe Stark's arm. Trish trying to... Now she's getting involved. Becky with a kick. High knee to the face. Knocks Trish off the apron. Zoe with a roll-up. Deep cover. Kick out from Becky. All right, we're getting it's a little better. Zoe now going for that armbar. Becky launches outside, ringside. Becky comes in for the clothesline. She gets her chin busted in by the top rope. Compliments of Zoe Stark, who now hits a springboard. No, countered by Becky into the manhandle slam. Cover. And it's over. Becky Lynch picks up the win on Zoe Starks with the clean manhandle slam. I didn't really see that coming.
Do we agree with the finish?
You like the finish?
I'm asking, do we agree with who went over?
As far as classic storyline telling goes, yes, because, she lost last week, now she wins this week. But what does this do for Zoe Starks? Does it really do anything for her?
Is Zoe getting her heat back? Is she going after Becky right now?
I don't
I'm
know.
asking.
They're still
Not
on
watching
the replay.
So I'm asking. That's why I don't have the feed up in front of me.
Right now, they're showing the replay of the manhandle slam that took out Zoe Stark, eliminated her clean. And right now, no, Trish is outside. She has her mask off, and she's sitting there kind of crying to Becky Lynch, who's like pointing at her, talking trash. Zoe's not even on camera right now, to be honest with you.
So nobody is getting their heat back.
Zoe's not even on camera. The girl that just wrestled in the match,
Yeah.
not even on camera. Who's
Okay.
on camera? Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus.
Well, that's where they're pushing towards for SummerSlam, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I gotta see some heat on, Trish. I want to see, her do something to Becky. It would be a great angle? You did this to my nose, now I'm going to do this to your nose, because I know your nose was broke about 5 years ago.
Yeah, that would be a good way to retouch on that. I don't know what it will do, though, unless she actually breaks her nose or gets it to bleed. If you don't replicate that or make it better, what's the point? What did you think about the way Cody Rhodes' mother was reacting when Brock Lesnar was beating the hell out of her son?
Is that a question to you or to me?
To you.
Okay. I liked Scott D'Amore's mom better during the Impact pay-per-view to Bully Ray than I did Cody's mom.
I'm sure she was having a heart attack, wasn't she?
Oh, it was fantastic, Savage. She was throwing punches at Bully. It was great. I mean, he's like, "Old lady, I'm gonna kick your ass," and she was just trying to throw these haymakers at him. That was funny. I didn't really take much to what Cody's mom was doing.
It was like she wasn't even there.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been more impactful just having her do a video from home.
Yeah, but the whole family was there, so. And it was Georgia.
Did no one coach her?
I don't know. I mean, she was married to the American Dream. She had
but so
through
what?
osmosis,
Some of these wives, they don't have a clue about the business. They don't get it. They don't understand it. Doesn't matter how many years wrestling's been around, they don't get it. I'm living with one of them. They don't get it. Understand?
Yeah, but that's Dusty Rhodes. I think that's different.
No, it's not. Not at all. Because while he was on the road, living it up, baby, she was home, being a mom.
Yeah.
There was no cable. There was no satellite. There was no YouTube. There was no emails. Here, honey, look what I did tonight. No. She don't know what he did.
She wasn't reading the dirt sheets?
Yeah, maybe off the freaking milk bottle that the milkman brought back in the 70s. A different time, man. Talking about milkman. You still got milkman in New Jersey?
I don't know, but...
You probably got a milkman. You don't let him come by because you don't want him to steal your wife. I understand. That's
exactly. Travis, how's your mouth doing?
Travis. Hopefully his mouth is doing better. Yeah, I heard he went to the dentist. Be careful with Bully. He's not afraid to put women through table. I mean, I'm going to call up. I got to talk to Bully. I got a bone to pick with him because he owes me 2 tickets to WrestleMania in Philadelphia. And I expect him to purchase them pretty promptly since they're on sale.
Yes.
And if he doesn't purchase my tickets, then I challenge him to a match on Impact, a submission match, a steel cage match, whatever kind of match he wants. Because Bully, I may love you, I may respect you, I may even think you're part of the second greatest tag team of all time. But if you don't buy my tickets to WrestleMania, I'm going to shrink you down to size, verbally, physically, and there's nothing that any of you in the Busted Open Nation can do about it. Including you, Totowa Tom.
Well, save it for next week when you call into the show, okay?
I want my tickets, Tom.
Save it. You know who is going to WrestleMania next year? Dan Layman. He's going.
Oh, I'm
He's
going
there.
to WrestleMania next year whether Bully gets me tickets or not. That's not the point. I'll be there for 4 days. We're going to have a legend on deck at the con. And when I tell you a legend, Tom,
Yeah,
I'm talking about like A-list kind of legend.
I get it.
I'm going to bring someone that's going to break the show down. Unless I save that for 80s Con. I could.
90s con.
Well, 80s Con, this is more of this man's forte.
Oh.
Yeah.
I am a real American.
Just a few, just he needs a bag of money. You get him a bag of money, you got him. You got
Right.
you need a bag of money.
Yep.
Cash back. But he's that to me is on my bucket list now. That's something I want to do. Since I've been a promoter now for about over a year, I've done plenty of signings. I've met plenty of legends, wrestlers. Before I die, before anybody else dies, I need to spend some quality time with that man while he's signing and meeting the fans. Under my banner. Has to happen. Gotta have goals. So, Tom, do you think Bully's going to buy the tickets or he's going to accept my challenge? Because I think that would be an interesting storyline for Impact. Fan versus wrestler.
I don't think it's going to happen. I'm sorry.
He's not going to buy me the tickets or accept the challenge?
The match is not going to happen. I think he might buy you the tickets because wasn't the deal you got to get him a stop sign for that pay-per-view? And you did? You did deliver on a stop sign?
I delivered on the stop sign and the barbed wire baseball bat.
Right.
Both.
Right.
He wanted both. That's what Bully Ray asked for, and that's what Bully Ray received.
So
As promised.
if he lives up to his word like Tommy Dreamer did to that one fan, remember Dreamer paid for the hotel for that one guy who had to drive like 4,000 miles to WrestleMania this year?
Yeah.
Dreamer paid for the guy's hotel for like, I think 1 or 2 nights. If Bully is a man to his word like Tommy is, he should get you tickets for WrestleMania.
I like this. This guy, Dan, he gets the business. When the match happens with me and Bully, you come in with a cattle prod and you shock his ass.
Or I might get revenge on you for bruising my ribs.
You can try. Because I'll tell you this, if you fail, you're getting a real something. I don't know what. Step 1 is to kick you right in the nuts. And then from there, it could be a DDT, it could be a pile driver. I might just belly to Billy you. I don't know. Billy to overhead. Underhook suplex, perfect flex.
I don't think Bully likes me anyway, so I think he'd be with you on that.
Probably would. He would like to see me do a barrage of moves to you. If we sent him a video clip of you just taking like 10 different suplexes, he'd probably die. He'd probably have a heart attack.
I've never taken a suplex in my life.
Yeah, we wouldn't set you up for a suplex.
Unless it was into like a pool of water.
A body slam I could see you taking because I can protect you because I hold your head up.
Mm-hmm.
You go down either on your back or your butt based on your physics. If you let it flow, you'll land on your upper back. But if you are jiggly and wiggly when you're going down, yeah, you're probably gonna land right on the tailbone.
Ugh.
Cody Rhodes coming to the ring, and I have some bad news for everybody who thinks Cody Rhodes is going to challenge Roman Reigns anytime soon. Because I heard a little birdie tell me that Survivor Series, they're going back to Brock versus Roman.
I saw that too.
I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it's like, how many more times can you go back to the well?
Yeah.
And Travis, listen. You keep it up, man. You keep telling people that I'm soft like a teddy bear and that I'm the least intimidating person in the arena. And you see where it's going to get you, buddy boy. Because you might have 100 pounds on Total Wall. But, man, once I come in for that suplex, don't matter if you're 200 or 300 pounds, you're still flying, bro.
Wait, can you put that chat up again by Travis? I don't understand what he said. I mean, I know his mouth is fucked up right now, but...
He said that can't... Oh, Tom ruined the streak. I was doing so good by not using the F word tonight. And Tom, you did it. You continue the streak of Wrestling with Savage. 278 episodes where we're cursing in every one of them.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
You're not sorry.
No, I'm not.
You're not.
Because guess what, Travis?
I don't think you've been sorry for anything in like over 20 years. That's what I think.
Sorry, not sorry.
Hey man, I'm not coming to your house. I'm talking about if I see you I'll catch you in the streets with a German suplex city. God damn it! No, you will not.
We gotta, Savage. We gotta start making some memes of Travis on the Collision show, going, Savage is in jail. I'm gonna have to take over this show now. What? He's being processed? What? Gianna?
Why are you guys messing with my co-host?
Because the poor guy's sitting there with his thumb up his ass, nothing's going on, and something had to be added.
I like it.
I made the show more relevant.
Are you happy that you have more views than CM Pink?
Yes. That pink bastard.
Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's not that nice, actually. I don't like Tampa Bay. Do you like Tampa Bay? Have you been to Tampa Bay?
Never been.
It's okay. It's aight.
So where are we on Raw right now? What's happening?
Cody Rhodes cutting his promo. He's dressed to the nines in his suit, and he did the same thing he did the last time where he apologized to the camera, saying, I apologize to you because I have to turn my back on you because I want to see everyone.
Richard, I'm wearing a luchador mask from Mexico. That's what I'm wearing. Just going through some of these texts.
I've never lived in Tampa. I visited Tampa, and my one visit is the reason why I'm judging it. It wasn't a good visit, wasn't a good experience. Got the hell out of there, went to Clearwater. I liked Clearwater, just it's a little more calm. Very nice beaches. But I'll be honest, I have to spend some more time in Florida at some point in my life. There's a lot of places, Tom, that I have to visit. But I think in September I might be taking a road trip to Florida for a BPW show.
There's so much going on in September. You can't do that.
Why not?
We got September 16th. We got September 30th. We got, what else we got going? We got 25th anniversary of ISPW, which is happening in Totowa, of course, which is the night. It's the night before 90s WrestleCon. Then you got September 25th, which is Totowa Tom's birthday.
Oh, wow.
The town is going to host a brigade. They're going to have a bunch of fire trucks and police cars drive by my house. The town's going to just line up and go down the street that I live on.
Did you stop taking that medication?
I'm on some good news stuff, man. It's really good.
Some good shit, right?
Yep, good stuff.
My God. Well, I'll definitely be at 15th and 16th because I kind of have to be there. I will be at 90s Con, kind of because I have to be there.
Exactly.
What else is going on? Yeah, I think I might, I don't know. Maybe in October then. Because they go every month now. They've been doing road trips to Florida for his father's promotion. Cody Rhodes saying Brock made a mistake? What mistake did Brock make? Let me guess. The mistake was not finishing him? Yeah, that's the mistake. You left me breathing, Brock. Oh, then how else could you guys have a match to promote at SummerSlam? They didn't leave you breathing. Come on, Cody. You're better than that. Do you know what this means right here, Tom? I want you to take a good look at that. That's Logan Paul, the future of the business. And I put him next to Gold because he's eventually going to win gold in this business. It's going to happen.
No doubt.
It's going to happen. People aren't going to like it.
You're going to see a lot of that happen. They have that program called Next in Line. You know, and what you're going to see is people who aren't your typical wrestlers coming up the ranks that wrestlers used to come up. They're going to be people who are stars on social media, maybe have an athletic background, and they can work with that. They definitely can work with that.
If you got a following, man,
That's half the battle.
That's all it is. If you have a following, you can make things happen in this business.
They could teach you the rest. Especially, so, did you see the shot of those?
Not always, though. Not always.
No,
Logan's
Sure.
more talented than the average
definitely.
socialite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can go and find about another 1,000 people who have 20 million followers,
Yes.
and none of them are going to do what Logan Paul's done.
Yes, agreed. So, like, I noticed the Covender twins. I think that's their name. I saw them at, I think it was SmackDown. They're these girls who are going to form a new tag team. They're twin sisters. Their background is volleyball.
Cody Rhodes is saying that this is going to be the final chapter,
Of course.
and at SummerSlam I end this.
That's right.
So we haven't seen any kind of stipulation for this match. Do you think we get a regular match, or it's going to be...
Steel cage.
That's my question. Is do you see like a stipulation being added in the
I think
next
it'll-
couple
Yeah,
of
I think
weeks?
old school. How did they used to blow off feuds back in the 80s and the 70s? Steel cage.
All right, Travis. Logan Paul has a fan base of human beings that live on this planet, whether they're whiny little teenage girls, or boys, or girls that identify as a Honda R-rated car, or whatever the fuck they're doing nowadays. I don't care. The point is, he has human beings who are tuning in because of Logan Paul. I don't care what they do. They can whine, they can cry. Travis, last time I checked, you spend a good amount of time of your life whining on this very show.
Travis, I expect you to be wearing this shirt tomorrow during the late night show.
I told Travis he's got to start wearing polos.
Hey, Savage, you know why I like having the show on in the background? Because I get to see myself. How pretty I look on the big screen. Look at that. I'm gorgeous. Got my... Don't mind the glasses. I need to be able to see. But that's how I do it here in Totowa, New Jersey. We put the Savage... Wrestling with Savage on a monitor, and then we stream the show at the same time, and we wear our Savage shirt, and we make fun of Savage and Travis and Jay and Anthony. Where is Anthony? Where is he? He was supposed to be here tonight. Actually, that's one of the reasons why I came on this show tonight, was to see Anthony, and he's a no-show. Anthony, if you're out there, log in and get on Wrestling with Savage. Oh,
Hello?
I'm sorry. I didn't know you left.
Oh, yeah, I was gone for a minute. I was trying to tell you to hold it down for a minute. I had to fix
Oh.
something. Anthony loves wrestling, but he doesn't love Savage because he's never here anymore.
I got to go over everything I said. I was calling you a dick. And
I heard everything you said,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
No, you didn't call me a dick. You
That's
said you like to make fun of me.
Yes.
But, that's okay.
I also said to somebody today, you know what I said to somebody today about you? I said you have a big heart.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
I truly mean that.
I'm sure you meant it. I'm sure there's some hint of bullshit in there somewhere.
Actually, it wasn't. No, it was truthful, and I believe that.
In his Fuego del Booty mask, only thing worse would be a rainbow mask.
Yeah.
He says, I don't have one of those shirts. He says, I don't whine, I state facts. And Travis, that's a lie. I have literally hours of footage of you whining. I'm going to make one day when I have time, hopefully in this next year. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the real problem with life, Tom. We're getting older. Time is running out. And like, I can't even tell you where these last 2 years went. My son, where did the time go?
Well, you know what the old saying is? time flies when you're having fun. So if you're having fun doing this, that's all that matters.
No, I always have fun, man. I always find a way to have fun. I might be mad about something for a couple of minutes, but eventually I overcome it and I'm like, fuck it, we gotta have fun. And you already cursed, so now I can curse, although I would like to not curse. Very cool, I'm seeing the trailer for Twisted Metal, and Sweet Tooth is played by Samoa Joe.
That's awesome.
Very interested in that. Oh, you think you have hours of footage of Jay making horrible takes? My God, I have thousands of hours of Jay. Not only making horrible takes, but just saying horrible things. Tom, have you ever met a more negative opinion than Jay about wrestling?
I just think he has his thoughts on what the industry should be in his mind, and he's not afraid to express them. You know, when I met him, I think I met him once. I met him at the show where MJF was at. He came across as a sweet guy. You know?
What, when you met him at Creative Pro?
Creative Pro, exactly.
Yeah, I know, he's good. I'll tell you one thing he did better than you.
I was going to just say that. Yep, exactly.
There's one thing he did better than you.
Exactly.
And you know, it's crazy because you, compared to him, have more experience in that particular area of taking videos with me. That was Jay's first time really taking a video, and thank God he was there, because if it was just Tom, we don't get that 2-minute video.
No.
Because Tom got shook by some stranger.
Yeah, I felt bad that Gilch was doling out the cash too, you know.
Well, that's why you don't turn off the camera.
What?
That's why you don't turn off the camera.
Your mic is now screwing up again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I was saying that's why you don't turn off the camera when there's money being thrown around.
Yeah.
Gotta get the footage.
At least the 5 seconds I got were the best 5 seconds you've ever had.
Tom, would you like to ask Marty Jannetty a question?
Yeah, I do. I do have a question for him.
What's the question? So I can already have it ready in case he picks up.
I want to know if he remembers the interview that he did with Shawn Michaels and the Ultimate Warrior and Jim Neidhart at Survivor Series, where the Ultimate Warrior wrapped him up with tape, choked himself to death.
Yes, I remember that very well. It was very funny. It was good shit. Well, that's Marty's phone ringing. Let's see if he answers. He might not answer.
That's fine.
I am answering.
Oh, he answered. We're here with a legend, Marty Jannetty. Marty, I have to bother you because my fan has a question for you.
First of all, you're supposed to fucking text me to let me know I'm on air first.
No, you're not on air. We are live, but I'm calling you for one big reason, actually, though. Because this guy, he knows you. He met you.
You want to have sex with Ann, don't you?
No, not at all.
I forgot. I'm sorry. Never mind.
No, you want to have sex with everything that moves.
No, I would not. There was a snake in the backyard. I didn't even get there.
What'd you do to the snake, Marty?
No, I didn't do shit.
You didn't do shit to the snake?
No, you just said I want to fuck everything that moves. That motherfucker was slithering across the yard. It pissed me off because he was coming towards me, and I didn't know if it was male or female.
Oh my God. Okay.
I mean, how do you check that on a snake?
That's a good question. I'm sure Google might have the answer, and I'll be more than happy to look that up for you here in a moment, Marty. But the question I have for you is, do you remember the promo that you did with Ultimate Warrior and Shawn Michaels where it was a Survivor Series?
The tape job.
The tape job, yeah. Tom wants to know about that promo.
I don't remember it.
Well, yeah, that was a wild promo.
My question is this.
I ain't had nothing to do with it.
He had nothing to do with it.
Did the Ultimate Warrior
one time,
actually choke himself?
You know, because Warrior was a hyper ass motherfucker. Always. And because he was never happy. I mean, I love that brother. Me and him were good friends. Well, I wouldn't say good friends, but good. Yeah, we were boys. And I tried to get him to calm down. He goes, "Fuck you." Well, there was that shot.
Jesus Christ. Well, he wants to know, did the Ultimate Warrior actually choke himself?
Oh, during sex?
No, I don't think that was the question.
Long time.
Well, I mean, choke himself. I don't know
He doesn't get it, Tom. What do you mean?
He had tape.
He had tape.
Wrapping it around everybody.
And he was wrapping it around his neck.
No, but he choked the shit out of Sean.
He choked the shit out of Sean.
John was punching me in the back. He's the fucking choke. And if you watch that video again, Sean keeps pulling that tape off his neck. It was getting to his carotid artery, which that's how you put somebody to sleep. And he was starting to get lightheaded. He goes, they won't pass out.
I remember that, man.
I remember I said to him, like, now you won't. Because I wanted to see him pass out.
No, I remember watching that live as a kid, and I was just going crazy.
I'm that old. You saw me as a kid.
Yeah, what Survivor Series was that on? Like, what year was that?
I want to say
90?
89, maybe.
It was 89 or 90. So yeah, I was like 7 or 8, man.
You know, by the way, Ann says you have a wheel on TV.
Man, what's wrong with you, Marty? Are you crazy? What kind of, you know what you do sometimes? You're going to Rhode Island right now, and I don't like it.
Oh, okay, all right. Go ahead. Okay, I'm sorry.
You're going to Rhode Island. Do me a favor. I need you to head on over to San Francisco immediately.
Okay, I'll stay focused. All
right, Travis, I hear you're typing in the background, and it's very annoying, so I'm going to mute your mic for now until you have something to contribute to the show.
Travis looks refreshed.
Yeah, Travis actually looking good tonight. You believe this, Marty? Travis is wearing a collared down shirt. He's trying to look professional tonight.
Travis is the one that was falling asleep last night.
That's right. Yeah, Travis was the one that was falling asleep, man. You believe this guy?
Hey, Travis. What's up, brother?
He's waving his little hand over there. We'll have him let him have his little moment. But yeah, I wanted to talk to you about coming down there. What do you think is the best bet? Should I drive there or take the flight? Because the drive looks terrible.
When you say there, you mean down here?
Yeah, down by you. Yeah. So this way we can get your studio set up.
You mean down here?
Well, where do you think I meant? Down under? No. Nobody want. I'm sure plenty want to go down under on you, but I'm not one of them.
Remember that one weekend you had? And we on TV.
Yeah, we're definitely on TV. No, you can't share any of your crazy stories unless it's about you being a maniac.
No, it's about you when you brought that little black girl back to the room that was 19 years old.
No, that was you. Again, you're getting me mixed up.
I'm the one that had to go have sex with her, but you brought her from the fucking sex.
Oh, my phone just died. That's not good.
That sucks.
Yeah, that does suck. We're calling.
Hold on. Was that the Dan Lambert, like from America Top Team?
Dan Lambert.
Was it? Isn't that the name of the guy who was on AEW a couple times? White dude that everyone made fun of.
What about him?
I was saying, was that this Dan Lambert?
No, that was Marty Jannetty.
Oh, you said Dan.
When did I say Dan?
Like 2 minutes ago. You said Dan. That was you, Dan. Or did you say man? I couldn't. I
said mumbling. Man. I said man.
You're mumbling.
I'm not mumbling. Marty's crazy though. We'll get him back here in a minute. I totally forgot. My phone is literally at 0%. See the 0? 0%. Just up.
I don't know if this is polo, but this is like the nicest shirt I got. So.
Damn.
I plan on buying some more nice shirts that once I lose some more weight.
That's a very nice shirt.
Thank you.
You did a good job over there. Tom, he's trying to keep up with you. Tom coming out with the Totowa luchador mask.
That's right.
Tom, do you actually know any luchador moves?
Is it a Rey Mysterio mask or it just looks like his?
I think it looks like his. It was an authentic mask that a buddy of mine got at a shop in Mexico.
It's a badass looking mask. I like it.
It is.
It looks very good.
Yeah.
Tom's
red, white, you know what, though? Red, white, and blue, I got to ask this. It makes me think of the mask that Jack Swagger wore in that one feud. Remember, he kept coming out and he was calling himself, what was it? El Toto Americano or something like that?
I think I remember that. Wasn't that like, how many years ago was that?
That was like back in 2011.
Yeah,
Savage thought it was a Hulk Hogan mask when he wore it.
Yeah, well, he did wear that. He did wear a mask like that for a while.
The only thing about it that makes me go, it can't be a Hulk Hogan mask, is it doesn't have any racial slurs on it.
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, you know what? If Marty's on this show, I'm still going to be the tamest thing of the night.
Hey, so what's the deal with SummerSlam? Is there going to be a live watch for that, or is everyone just enjoying it on their own?
When is that? August 5th? That's a Saturday, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
August 5th is a Saturday.
I
Now,
want
does
back up.
Collision go on too that night?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm sure Collision's going to be on. They're going to compete with them. Why wouldn't they stay on?
Interesting.
Sami Zayn beating the hell out of Dom now in the ring right now. Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest watching on.
Oh, you better do play-by-play. This is a big match.
Is it a big match though? Because I feel like it's not.
It's Sammy against Dom, and it's the first time I think they've been in the ring together. So.
But it's not a main event.
No,
So
but
that streak has been broken. But we know what's going to happen. Judgment Day's getting involved. They just pushed Sami Zayn off the top rope. Kevin Owens comes in for the save. It looks like he's about to go for a running cannonball on Damian Priest. But the ref is telling him, get the hell off of the ring apron. And now the ref ejects Kevin Owens. Rhea Ripley and Damian are laughing their butts off. Because look how dumb this ref is.
Nice.
And now he sees that they're waving. They're having fun. They're making fun of Kevin Owens, waving at him, saying bye. So now the ref is actually showing some intelligence, and he's ejected them all out.
Hold on. I literally just turned it on, so I got to ask the most important question. Did they show him the respect he deserves and introduce him as the NXT North American
They
champ?
had a celebration for him. The show started off like that. The show started off by them introducing him as the new North American champion, which I think was the right thing to do. Like I told everybody earlier today, Dom, a star has been born, and whether people like it or not, he's here, man, and he's not going anywhere. He's making money.
Dom is the kind of guy who, you know, as crazy as this sounds, somebody said, well, we're never going to see Dominic Mysterio as a world champion. I don't know, man. If he keeps improving at the rate he is, maybe 10 years down the road, who knows?
Travis, tonight's show actually started off with a prayer, though, to you for your ordeal in the dentist office.
Oh, thanks. My dentist is actually my cousin, so it's usually never too bad. It's just, 3 shots in the mouth is never fun.
How's the nurse? Is she hot?
Yeah, but she's married, so.
Okay.
I don't know. I was raised that you shouldn't look at married women that way because, it's just, I was raised it's disrespectful. Like, even though I'm not married.
You're in the Bible state. You're in the Bible state, aren't you?
Yes, I'm in Texas.
There you go.
Dom on the top rope right now. Looks like he's going for a superplex on Sami Zayn. Let's see if he can get it off. I don't see it happening, though. I see Sami with a counter. Sami already starting to get the shots to the midsection. Punching him off. Let's see what we're going to get here.
I'm telling you, man.
Blue Thunder Bomb off the top rope. Nope, he just shoves Dom right off. Sami proceeds to go to the top rope. And he goes for nothing and just gets a drop kick to the chest. Dom with a cover.
I'm telling you, Tom, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, and I don't do promiscuous sex. So if Marty ever goes and invites me to go out anywhere with him, he's going to be like, this is the most boring motherfucker on the planet.
Dan, I had a friend, or Travis, excuse me. Travis, I had a friend. He went to the doctor and he said, hey, doc, I want to live to be 100. What do I have to do? The doctor says, do you drink? He goes, no. He goes, do you smoke? He goes, no. Do you have sex a lot? He goes, no. And he goes, why do you want to live to be 100?
That joke is almost as old as I am, so,
I'm just saying. What's the, what?
The only reason I will say that the only reason I will live any further than tonight is the same reason Andre the Giant did. Because he went, God made me this way. When it's my time to go, it is my time to go. Until then, I just here. That's what I believe. I believe that when it's my time and God calls me home, I'm fine if that happens tonight. But I'm not going to do anything that would try and take that.
Sami Zayn going for the Blue Thunder Bomb, and Dom turns it into a Hurricane Rana. Very good counter. Very good counter by Dom. Now going for the 619. Sami's able to dodge that. Now grabbing. That was very nice. Sami with a nice grab midair and turns it into a real Blue Thunder Bomb. Goes for the cover. Kick out by Dom.
You know, somebody said this yesterday, and I actually kind of have to agree with them. There are times where I feel like the Blue Thunder Bomb would be a better finisher than the Haluva Kick is.
Maybe. Yeah.
Well, that's his signature. That's what he likes to do. He's been doing it for a long time now.
Yep.
I do like his Blue Thunder Bomb, but I'll say this: the Haluva Kick, when done properly, looks hella good. It looks like a strong finish.
Yeah.
You know, especially
Done properly, right?
Especially at WrestleMania, because he had the chance to do a close-up of his face before he did the Haluva Kick, and it was just kind of like a wink and a nod to Jey Uso before he did it. And you can't do that with the other maneuver, the Blue Thunder Bomb.
Richard over here remembers when he was working with Bully Ray at Goldfingers on Queens Boulevard, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So, Travis, I mean, Savage, maybe Richard's the one to ask the question. Do you think Bully Ray will buy you tickets?
I don't know. Richard, what do you think? Is Bully Ray going to buy me the tickets he said he was?
I think if he doesn't, you have permission to go to Busted Open live on film, walk in and be like, Bully, you promised me tickets. You weren't going to do it. You either got to give me tickets or we got to have a match. Y'all got to book it on Busted Open.
And then I get arrested, and what does that serve?
Well, I mean, it was supposedly you already got arrested at AEW, so.
That's according to this fibber over here.
Yeah.
No, Savage was not arrested at Collision, no matter what people in the chat are telling you. I'm glad that the people in the chat can influence the show, though. That's always good.
Yeah, and see, the thing that makes it both good and bad is like, Totowa says it, Gianna says it, and because you can't tell via text whether a person's joking or being serious, it's like, I kept thinking, I'm like, what could Savage possibly be arrested for? The dude is like super nice.
And I don't even know who Gianna is.
That's Ravishing Ricky Ramone from the Tantalizing Tony show.
Dom going up top.
Wait, what does he do for the Tantalizing Tony show?
He's like a guest host sometimes.
Okay. But that's what made it better. Is that?
Oh! Sami Zayn with the exploder suplex in the corner. Setting up for the Haluva Kick. Let's see if he's going to get this clean finish on Dom. I think this is for the North American Championship, too, they said.
Is it?
I think so.
Huh.
And now Judgment Day making their way back to the ring. This time they have Kevin Owens on the floor. Apparently they beat the hell out of him. Dom with a roll-up and gets the win over Sami Zayn on Monday Night Raw. I bet you nobody saw that coming a year ago. And Sami, he doesn't even care that he just lost. He immediately rolls out of the ring and runs over to make sure Kevin Owens is okay.
Well, I mean,
who is this Totowa Tom that this guy is saying? I am Totowa Luchador.
Yeah, but you must know Toto Watam. His birthday's coming up. They're having a parade for him.
dude, stop. Oh, you just missed the obvious thing. Did you just say, who is this luchador? I am luchador, luchador Tom. No.
I have a sound effect for this very moment.
You know what? You're Tejana Tom.
Reboot.
You okay,
You're
Travis?
Tejana.
Reboot,
okay.
Travis. Reboot.
You're
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity.
You understand?
It's not a delay
Savage.
we're on. It's not a delay.
Savage.
Just that we're doing many things
I
at
need
once
you-
here.
Hold on, we got a phone call.
Oh, this might be Marty Jannetty.
Hello?
I feel gay.
You feel gay?
Yes, that's my neighbor, yeah.
Well, I lost you there because my phone died, but you were going off the
Now,
rails.
you want your wife to hear about you shaking
No. My phone was going off the rails. I showed the stream everybody. My phone died, Marty. My phone died. I was
It
gonna
did.
call
You're doing a show from your phone.
I'm not doing the show for my phone. I'm on my computer, Marty. Watching Monday Night Raw. We're doing a live stream tonight.
I was just going to say, yeah, let me go in the other room and watch it with you.
We're doing a live. Oh, you're gonna watch Raw?
Yeah. Well, I got it recorded was actually going to watch it later when I'm on my cardio bike, the bike stationary bike.
Copy that. So you don't miss a Monday Night Raw, Marty.
I didn't say that. But let me see what what's on USA, right?
Yeah, it's on USA. Richard over here says Jay needs to release some of that sexual tension he has. I don't think he has as much sexual tension as Marty over here.
Who's Richard?
Who's got sexual attention?
Apparently, Jay
Savage.
does, according to someone in our audience.
Oh, that's
Savage.
like Jay was cool, man. Jay and Travis are cool.
Yeah, Jay and Travis are cool, but Travis was sleeping.
I sent y'all a message literally saying I got to get off in the next 10 minutes.
I was watching the show.
He said he had sent us messages saying that he had to get off in like the next 10
Not my
minutes.
fault you never read your private chat.
Wait, man, I'm lost again. So am I trying to watch Shark Tank?
Shark Tank? No, you can watch Shark Tank if you want. That's okay.
What was I going to do? I got ADHD.
I know you do. Are you still paying for my flight to come out there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I like that. All right, so book the tickets and let's get this stream studio.
Wait. What about this one? Secrets of Playboy.
No. We don't want secrets of Playboy. There's no more secrets. Didn't Hugh Hefner die?
Well, yeah, but now story comes out he can't dispute.
Rest in
Besides-
peace. Yeah, exactly. We kind of want to talk about a guy that's dead.
Besides, why would we need secrets?
Secrets of Playboy?
You're going to watch the secrets of Playboy?
Why would we need secrets of Playboy? We've got Marty Jannetty online. That's the same thing as having a personal.
Travis
Playboy.
makes a good point. He says, why do we need the secrets of Playboy? We have Marty Jannetty.
I got secrets.
I bet you fucking do.
No,
I would never tell
F-bomb.
you about Big Frida.
I don't want to know about Big Frida, man. Listen, I don't want to hear about your crazy sexcapades in the middle of the night.
Gotta
Down
say,
under.
I've got secrets. Well, that's not good because you certainly don't keep very much
Hey, Jay,
covered up.
what's wrong with this brother right here?
And Marty, I don't think you have any secrets, man. I mean, you're like anybody that has you on Facebook pretty much knows all your secrets.
You know what? I just got blasted late last night. Now I'm going to go serious if y'all okay with that.
Yeah, you can go serious. Gable Stevenson about to make his decision tomorrow night on NXT.
Oh, who cares what people on
Oh, you
Facebook
weren't-
think? Most of
you
them are
weren't-
dumbasses.
No, you're good. You can say whatever you want.
No, because I want you to hear this. I want everybody to hear this.
What do you want people to hear?
No, go ahead and listen to his decision.
Oh, we don't get his decision until tomorrow night on NXT.
Okay, I guess I'm fucked up. I did drink a beer earlier.
A beer or many beers?
It might have
I
been
mean-
mixed with
Yeah. Are you sticking to that tomato and bleach situation?
Yeah, you got here. Have you ever tried it?
No, and I never will.
In the back of
I
my
was
mind,
doing it the night he bought it. Yeah, she was beautiful. The little young black girl, 19-year-old.
Again, I don't know what you're babbling about.
Yeah, I bet you don't. Yeah.
Marty, I don't think you remember that night. Because, see, last night
You want me to send pictures?
Last night you told me a horror story, and then tonight you're telling me another story. Every night it's different stories with you. Which one is fiction? Which one is real? We're going to have to figure it out. We're going to need a detective to come on tour with us to keep up with all the stories.
You know, I went to see a psychiatrist, and within 15 minutes he told me to move so he could lay on his own couch.
I believe that.
wait, what? That's the same thing the psychiatrist
But
told
so
me.
here's the deal, man. They want me. I shouldn't tell you. I shouldn't say this. I mean, we on the air, you know. And I don't mean to be rude.
Oh, we skedaddled past. I should have say this a long time ago, Marty.
Boy, they want me to change, Miz. Oh, I'm sorry for the people. First time I met Brother Man here, I actually don't even know your real name.
Really?
That's crazy. We've been friends for Savage, Biz Savage, Greek Savage. But what's your real name?
What did you like to know?
Not really. But
Probably
I
something
know Miz.
Greek
Keep
like
calling you
Jesse.
Miz Savage. So Miz, first time, and I call him that because first time I met him, man, he was in a suit and tie, and his hair all trimmed. He looked like Miz off steroids.
Miz on steroids.
Off of him. You know, because you little pudgy right there in the middle. And so I was like, God damn, I didn't know Miz was going to be here. And then he was like, hey, oh, shit. Because I sucked my belly in because I thought it was Miz. So let me suck my belly in.
Hey, well, hold on,
I didn't want to be fat. I I didn't want to be fat for you either, but I mean, I didn't know you. That was the first day I met you. Remember the convention?
1 minute, Marty.
The first one, the very first one. That's where you became Ms. Savage. They did Eric Sims. You know, Eric is he's a, what do you call it? Sociopath.
Sociopath. Yes, I've been told this by a few people, but Eric Sims is Eric Sims. We all, anybody that knows Eric Sims knows, you know.
Oh, and here's what I mean. People want me to like just throw him out the window. Like, you do a lot of shit with Eric Sims, man. Don't do that. Like Vito, I love Vito. Grasso, how you say
Yeah, I think they made up now.
Say again?
Yes, they all made up. Everything's okay now. So let's not throw fire on let's not throw gasoline on the fire that no longer exists, because you're just gonna wet the burnt wood.
What if you reverse that to fire on gasoline?
Well, yeah. Well, let's just pretend there is no fire anymore and there's no gasoline. Let's just keep it moving.
But so what I need everybody to understand, because I like Eric. He's like, if you ever saw The Wizard of Oz, he's the Tin Man. Tin Man had no heart. How you gonna get mad at him? He's still functioning. He's still somebody you like. I like his character. You're like, I like you. You look good with all this metal, but he ain't got no heart. You can't get mad at Eric for not having no heart. I think that Christine Aguilera girl.
Well, Eric is a special kind of creature, kind of like Shinsuke Nakamura, who's on the TV right now with Ricochet, two huge stars in the WWE.
Okay, let me turn off the porno or Playboy stickers.
Yeah, you're missing Shinsuke Nakamura, one of the baddest men in the history of the business.
I love his entrance, man.
Everybody loves his entrance. I love Shinsuke.
Okay, I got it. I was recording it for the thing, but I watched it.
That's cool. And you got Ciampa on there now. Tommaso Ciampa, very good.
Yeah.
Hey, Savage, I have a request for Marty.
What's your request?
Can he do his Vern Gagne impersonation?
We have a fan, Marty, that wants you to do your Vern Gagne impression.
Jesus Christ, guys. you young guys today, shit. He didn't even have a hair lift. I got a commercial. Y'all got a commercial?
Yeah, they're probably going to go to commercial. I think Bronson Reed is about to have a match coming up shortly here.
That's what they were showing me. Wow.
Bronson Reed is that big boy.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Sure.
And all your followers, both of them. Hey, do y'all? For me, you know, maybe that's because I've been in business for almost 40 years, if not longer. When I get on my little cardio bike, you know, in front of the TV, you know, work out, you know, because I ride the bike an hour every day and an hour every night. So it's 2 fucking hours wasted. But except I watch wrestling. I record it and I watch it, you know. When I'm watching Raw, even SmackDown, and now that Sasha Banks, I ain't seen her in so long. Thank God Trish Stratus showed up. But I'll fast forward through shit. Except like Nakamura.
Yeah, you're good for you. You should fast forward through this shit because there's plenty of shit.
You know,
all right.
what?
And you're talking about Trish Stratus right now. The best thing she could have did for her career was stay off television because her personality, I remember it being good. She's boring now. I fall asleep when she comes to the ring now.
Hey, look, Marty. Marty's talking about fast forwarding through shit, right? How can he not mention the fact that women's wrestling is the definition of fast forward?
Travis, you know when you're babbling, people can't hear Marty, right?
Well, if I wait for Marty to stop talking, I'll never get a word in.
Well, like, you're not Marty Jannetty. He's Marty Jannetty. You don't got legendary stories from the 80s.
I don't get stories that are going to get us canceled either.
You lost me. I'm lost as hell.
Travis is going on a rant because he wants you to be able to hear him. He's sick of this bullshit.
No, I was just saying, Marty's talking about fast forwarding through stuff. Women's wrestling is the definition of fast forward through it.
He said that you're talking about fast forwarding through stuff, and he said women's wrestling is the traditional reason why you fast forward through stuff, which I think is a terrible comment.
It used to be, yes. But they're actually good now.
They're very good now. Some of the best matches are actually held by the women. I could sit here and name some of my
when
favorites.
you say now, do you mean in the last like 5 years?
Who do you think is the best female wrestler of all time, Marty?
Of all time?
Yeah, now that I got you on here, yeah, I mean, I'd like to know your actual picks. Give me your Mount Rushmore for the women, and give me your Mount Rushmore for the men.
I like straight. Right now it's Bianca Belair, but it used to be Trish Stratus. And the reason Bianca, because she's already on top.
Because she's already on top. Okay.
Not anymore. She ain't.
Better. That's when you know you belong in the business. A lot of people, they didn't even belong there. You just got there by chance, or you blew somebody or whatever, and then you're on top. And then what? And then we don't even know who you are again, Rita. And then sometimes Bianca Belair comes. Belair. How do you say it? How you say
Bianca Belair.
She comes around, and then you get so proud. I mean, I don't even know her. I've never met her, but I watched the work, and I'm like so proud. She makes me proud to say I'm a wrestler too.
Okay.
What about Sensation Sherry?
How about from back in the day? Who were the women wrestlers that should have got more credit? Like Tom's asking about one in particular called Sensational Sherry.
Sherry Martel was the baddest bitch. Let me tell you about that bitch.
Yeah, I've heard.
And when I say bitch, if I would have said that in front of her, I'd be knocked out. But she, I saw her do things guys couldn't do. She jumped over the top rope one time to dive on Candy Divine. That was always her big opponent. And it was in the Metrodome, and it was during Wrestle Rock Rumble. It was like, in my career at that time, I've never been, that was our biggest crowd. It was like 39,000 people. And it was in the Metro, it was called the Metrodome. Minneapolis, where it was a baseball dome thing that they played in, football and all that shit. She fucking ran and dumped. I'm watching me and Medusa, who I accidentally had sex with more than once. Am I really saying this on TV?
What's up? No, you can say whatever you want.
No, it's embarrassing. But I saw with me and Medusa and a couple people, Sean, we're looking over, you're watching. And Sherry went and she dove over, how the boys today, the athleticism is fucking out in the world. I mean, it's fucking unreal. If we had one or two people that could dive over the top rope back in my day, that was incredible. There's nobody that can't now.
Yeah, everybody's doing that shit. Now, on Raw right now, we're seeing the Judgment Day having a word with Apollo Crews as Bronson Reed is waiting for his opponent. I'm sure you're already watching the action. You're probably like a minute ahead of me, Marty.
Wait a minute, let me fast forward and catch up with you.
Yeah, right now, Bronson Reed, Ciampa's coming out right now. That match is about to start up. Boy, did you ever do any play-by-play, Marty?
Whoa. I got a question
else?
for Marty.
I did something else, yeah.
Oh, I bet you did. Marty, Travis, what's your question? Spit it out.
Okay. He said, back in the day, athletic, over the top rope, all that stuff.
Hey, what do you think of
So,
Damian? He was just on.
Damian Priest is an absolute stud, one of the future stars of this business. He's been killing it for a long time.
What do you
So-
mean future? Where's he at right now?
Well, he is. He's the present and the future. He's the Money in the Bank winner. He's Mr. Money in the Bank. He can cash in on anyone he wants, anytime he wants. He holds all the leverage. He has power, and there's gold in his future, Marty. I don't know what gold.
I just like him when they come out, that faction, the four of them.
They look good.
He stands out though.
Oh, absolutely, he stands up, but so does Rhea Ripley, who.
Rey Mysterio is a good friend of mine. I never met Dominic the whole time.
You never met his son?
Not in person.
Okay.
That I remember. I
Well,
mean, I might have done it.
You know they Dom won gold last week on NXT, right? Yeah, he's a champ now.
Yeah. And that whole storyline has pissed me off. It's like, man, come on. Except for Damian Priest. And he doesn't least, and he gets over the most. So that's what I was saying earlier. I fast forward through shit. I like the McLemore and on the women's division, the one that gets your attention, or gets my attention, and it's not just sex thing, which that does happen, but I can't tell nobody about that part. But the what's her name? The Oriental girl.
Asuka.
Oscar, yeah, I love the character. It's the character.
She's amazing. Did you ever see her work in New Japan?
Nah,
That's where she was her best.
Kana was amazing.
well, she's old now.
Well, no, WWE, they softened her up a little bit. They let her win the Royal Rumble, and then nothing came of it. So I'm happy to see her as she's on top now. She's the SmackDown
They
Women's
softened
Champion
Shinsuke
right now.
too.
Hey, let me ask you something. Just as curiosity between me and you. Look, don't let everybody hear it. But
Hold on. I got to mute my mic then. Travis, type your question so I can have it ready for Marty.
Okay.
I want everybody to know that this is a pet peeve of mine, actually, to be honest. I mean, you want me to come raw and real?
If you want to.
No, I asked you, do you want me to come raw and real?
Yeah.
I don't understand, like, you were in the business for, as far as in the ring, for how long?
You're talking to me? How long was I in the business?
Yes.
I wrestled for 4 years, from the age of 13 to 17.
And why'd you quit?
Well, I had a concussion from my trainer. Not from my trainer, but I had a concussion in the ring. Simple maneuver. I went up top to give the 10 count punches. The 1, 2. The spot was he was going to throw me off at 3. I take the bump. He hits me with a splash. I kick out. He pushed me off the ropes, and I took the bump. But the boards weren't maintenance that day. And one of the boards literally popped up. You know how the two boards are connected together with a little bracket?
Very well, bro.
Yeah, you know. So the boards weren't maintenance that day, or probably even that week for that matter. And I took the bump, and one of the boards popped up and cracked me. It literally ripped up through the mat and cracked me in the back of the head. And I got knocked the fuck out, right? I was out for about 2 minutes. And when I got up, they thought I was like selling. They thought I was joking, like I was still selling. They're like, "Come on, stop fucking around." And all I kept asking is, "What happened?" Over and over again.
But so,
Concussion.
I guess where I was going, and I want Travis and Jay to chime in on this if they don't mind. So you never were like big time. And I'm not,
no, definitely not big time. But I was, I did my thing. I was on the road. I had a couple of matches with some famous people.
Exactly. You had a couple matches.
Well, as far as like working with famous people and people that were like really in the business, yeah,
That's not what I'm asking. Let me finish. So never got established somewhere that mattered.
Nope,
And
never.
This is a pet peeve of mine. There's people that at that level, then they go run a school. Well, yeah, I wrestle. I know how to hip toss, arm drag, slam. Okay. But y'all never, when I say y'all, I don't mean to put you down because you're my damn co-host. But they never learn that the real shit in the business is crowd psychology. It ain't about the hip toss. It ain't about the arm drag. It ain't about the slam. It ain't about how I look. It's what can you make that crowd scream? Can you make them cry? Can you control it?
No, Marty, I know that very well. And the reason I know that is because I feel like I'm the type of person that, let me just say one thing. I'm the type of person, Marty, where I can take a microphone in any building in the world and I'll piss everyone off in the room in less than a minute.
And me too. You pissed me off because goddamn, man, this is another New York. I told you this. That's why I want you to tone it down for co-hosting with me.
Well, yeah, we're gonna do that. We've been talking.
You told me something last night that I thought, oh my God, he's coming around. Because you said, let's tone it down. Let's what if
I was doing great tonight. I didn't curse at all tonight on my show. I started the show at 8:00, and then Total Watam comes in.
Just then you stepped on me.
He ruined it. I'm sorry.
Well, no, it's okay, but that's what I mean. That's technical points.
Yeah.
That's you step on the guy talking, and I understand that because I do it too.
Oh yeah.
But here's the whole fuck. I said all that to say, and Jay and Travis, this is for y'all too, because I don't know if y'all wrestled or not. I'm pretty sure y'all didn't because I ain't never heard of you. But I love y'all. I love y'all to death. Y'all my boys. Since that one interview, because y'all were cool, man. But how do y'all feel about Like in this instance right now, is that right?
Yeah.
Instance, or whatever. What's going on right now? You got three guys that don't know shit about the business critiquing it.
Oh, we're critiquing it as fans. Well, most of us.
And that's what I was asking. So you're coming from a fan's point of view.
I am coming from a fan's point of view, and I just give I give my point. Like sometimes.
That's you. I know you better than I know Jay and Travis. What are they saying?
Yeah, I was on the Indies for about a year.
Travis said he was on the Indies for about a year, but yeah, this is definitely coming from fan
Yeah.
perspective. Travis, yes, fan perspective.
Mostly a fan.
Yeah, and that's what I was asking, because that's what we're gonna need on our show. I know you don't like that one girl, Ann. You know, you tried to get with her. The black girl that you wouldn't smoke weed with. I think she'd be a great co-host. But you said, what'd you call it, residential guest or something like that? I mean, you got to see, you know, the industry when it comes to podcasts. And, yeah, I got to learn from you, and I learn from you all the time, and I like learning from you. Because I can deal with you better than some other motherfuckers.
Well, yeah, no, I remember Ann. She was at the thing. She wanted to come meet you, and the only reason she got to smoke is because you fell asleep, Marty. There was no party with Marty that night because you were too busy snoring.
It is a party with Marty now.
You put all the rose petals on the bed for the Greek girl.
That was all for you. I was trying to help you out.
And what I told you.
I told you, Marty, that was for you, Marty.
So
hold on, though, Marty. Travis does have a question. Like he said, he's coming from the.
I walked back in the room, saw the rose petals on the fucking bed, laid there with a fucking bottle of Jack Daniels.
Yeah, I had everything ready for you, Marty, because I was being your handler. No, man, that's all for you, Marty.
you're his pimp, is what you're saying.
She don't fuck you, I will.
I was trying to set Marty up over here, and like he fell asleep, but it's
You're
okay.
his pimp, is what you're saying.
You fell asleep. You were tired. But listen, what is the best or the most over-the-top act of athleticism that you made that made you just go, wow, I can't believe they did that, both in your day or now?
Well, recently, it might have been Carmelo. I'm not sure on that, but one of the brothers did the rocker dropper from the fucking top rope.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. That pissed you off.
No, well, because he kicked out. Like, what the goddamn hell, bro? That I've never fucking would have dreamed that somebody would do the rocker dropper from the goddamn top rope. And then the ninja's gonna kick out. What the fuck do you do now? Take a machete, cut his wife's head off, and put it in front of him and say, do something.
Are you watching the match right now with Ciampa and Bronson Reed?
Yeah, I got it on pause.
So what are you seeing right now? What do you think about what you're watching?
Hold on, let me catch up.
Oh, right now they're going toe to toe.
Well, you know I'm a Bronson Reed fan, but the boy is.
Bronson sitting in his dick in his mouth.
I love Bronson Reed, but the man is literally what JR used to say. He wins, but it is bowling shoe ugly.
Bashing Booger used to do that to me. He would just sit down like that.
Yeah.
And he weighed like 300. He was even bigger than Bronson there. And his balls always smell. Because when the balls are that close to your face, you end up smelling them.
So you're saying you've had a lot of time smelling men's balls?
Not a lot.
Who had the best? So I guess that's the question. Who had the best smelling testicles in the history of professional wrestling?
Jesus. Savage.
And he had to answer immediately. Rick Martel.
Yeah, because he used to sit there in the dressing room and shave his balls. And we would all be like, well, goddamn, who's going to get the hair? Because we get in trouble.
Your priest is going to be working overtime, Savage.
A possibility. Marty, you're a firecracker.
The thing is, which one of us is going to get hand first?
That's all you, man. I'm good on all of those fronts. I've explained this to you several times. I know you keep like having this own scenario in your head, but no, we got to do a podcast. We got to make money, and that's it.
You think you can?
I got a new idea.
Okay.
Because Big Frida has agreed. Big Frida's a he she.
Yeah, you love to mention that. Yes. Well, that's good. We can be progressive.
Yeah, we get LGBT.
You mean regressive.
We'll get them all on board.
Yeah, get them all on board.
Remember when
Progressive?
you
That's
told me
regressive.
you thought would be cool for the show that we had a bunch of Chippendale guys that used to be girls come out?
My God. Marty, did you ever consider becoming a Chippendale dancer?
I don't think I'm old enough to party with
I
Marty.
did used to sling my thingling.
What did you just say about your dingling?
I sling it like if I because mine is not that big, but it's not. It don't look like a third ball. So when I would go left to right, if the girl was sitting right there, or something, it's smack on both sides of her cheeks.
So, Marty, is there any update on your book?
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah." What's the update? Oh, look at Ciampa again. Bronson on his shoulders, hitting him with that white noise. Nice strength shown by Ciampa.
What's Nakamura doing there? You just watch it. This is that. Let me tell you that. It's for any of my students out there. It's the hardest. It's called dead air. It's the most dead air time when because you're out as a pitcher. Right now, everybody's watching what's happening in the ring, but you're sitting there knowing, like, I'm right here, I'm right here, I'm right here. But the focus is on what's in the ring. But it's the hardest fucking minute or wherever long it is. When Nakamura is going through right now, it's so fucking. It's like the goddamn people at home gotta know I'm sitting here.
Did you enjoy more working like house shows, or did you like working live TV?
Well, the only reason I like live TV was the girls were better looking.
Speaking of good-looking girls, the ref is.
TV, well, that was advertised like truck. We're coming to Rochester, New York. Where do you live? Over in Brooklyn. We're coming to Brooklyn. What's that? What's the center called? Brooklyn's.
There's a lot. What do you mean?
Where we wrestle at?
Oh, like Barclays Center, you mean?
Yes. Like when they come in there, they announce, TV taping. We're coming. Shit, them best-looking girls throw on their best-looking clothes and they show up.
Well, New York's a little different now.
Okay, we're gonna be up in Catskills.
I'm sure you saw some real dogs out there.
Hey, let me tell you, I don't mean all my Worcester wifeys. I'm not talking about y'all, but y'all know this is true. One time, way back, because me and Sean were still tag teaming, we did a signing in Worcester, Mass, which is probably 3 hours from you. Bruh, man, when you're doing a signing, in pictures, you stand up, you put your arm around them, and oh my God. After 30 minutes, our fucking arm, them girls were like motor mechanics. They were nasty. Our arms and our hands and, putting your arm around and shit, nasty. And smell. Worcester, Mass. I love y'all, Worcester, but you know I'm telling the truth. Some stinky ass.
So, Worcester, Mass, you guys stink.
And if you want to argue with me, then maybe you cleaned your act up. But 20 years ago, God.
Well, I ain't going to argue with you, but we just saw Bronson Reed pick up the big win over Ciampa, and now I think we're going to get an interview with two ladies that I'm very impressed with, Marty. Sonya Deville. No, actually, it's Liv Morgan. I'm sure you got something on Liv Morgan. Yeah, Travis.
This is supposed to be a wrestling podcast, not a Marty podcast.
Yeah, I know.
I shouldn't be doing that, but she's, in the industry. That's
do you think that this is the start of a heel turn for Nakamura?
And so she finds out, talked about my ass. But she knows what she was doing. She was on OnlyFans, or whatever it's called.
Oh, they're just trying to make a living. They're just trying to do their thing, Marty. Just like you're trying to do your thing. We got to catch up maybe tomorrow.
For Marty.
I wouldn't do nothing. I wouldn't be. You called me.
That's right. I did. Maybe the biggest mistake of my life.
I got a question for Marty. Do you have any stories that aren't going to be above 18?
Do you have any stories that are going to be above 18? Is that what you asked?
Not
Travis?
above.
Yeah. Do you have any PG-13 stories?
Like my 14-year-old cousin, I don't have to tell her don't watch this show.
this kid, he was grooming her because she was very, I admit this, she was very pretty, you know, 13, 12 years old, 10, maybe 12, something like that. And Sean is like being so nice to her. He's never nice to anybody. And back then. And after that, she left us, what are you doing? He said, she's going to turn 18 in a few years.
Jesus Christ, man. You're going back to NXT real quick.
That a 14-year-old cousin could
You're
watch, and
going
I
back
don't
to
have to
NXT
tell her,
tomorrow.
skip this show.
Well, we got the women's tag team champions of the world, Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. And if you didn't know, Chelsea Green's married to Matt Cardona.
Marty.
That's your boy with the action figures.
Yeah, man.
Marty.
Yeah, I helped you get that deal you got, and hopefully once they start selling, you start making some more money too.
Keep in mind, Savage, this is good
But
stuff.
Can I
So
tell you something?
Sure.
I'm not a rich boy, but I don't care about money. When I walk out the front door, my neighbor girl's waiting. If I'm horny, he's waiting. Go to the mailbox. There's a couple bills.
hey, Marty.
My pocket.
We get it, Marty. Life is good for you.
So, hey, Marty. Marty.
I don't care about all this. I like having fun. Like I have fun with you.
Yes,
I
sir.
had fun that weekend that we were together. Not sexually. But when we were together, I had that fun. You scared me when you brought the little black girl back to the room.
Be honest, that was all you, and I think you don't remember anything because I messed up and I went and I got you some whiskey. I shouldn't have got you the whiskey.
That was the day I passed out.
You can't behave on the whiskey.
That was the last day. You can twist this however you want. I remember the whole weekend.
My God, Marty.
Hey, but for y'all listeners, Miz is pretty cool on the road, man. I know he comes off as a hard, New Yorker and all that shit. He's pretty cool on the road.
Oh, I appreciate that, Marty. But we got to catch up tomorrow, and we got to set something up so this way we can get that studio up and running and actually get this podcast working so people can see you and hear you and feel you.
Well, let me ask you something, and then we'll go. Let me leave you with this, and Travis, and Jay, and your fans, both of them. Ready?
Sure.
Would you suck a dick for $1 million?
I don't think so.
No.
Why not?
Because I can make $1 million without sucking a dick.
Well, always remember this. $1 million will buy a lot of mouthwash.
Not enough. But, if we're talking about $1 billion, then maybe I'll suck 100 cocks, all right? You get me $1 billion, you bring the cocks all down. No problem.
Yeah, $1 million ain't shit.
$1 million ain't shit. What the fuck am I going to do with $1 million, Marty? I'll spend the $1 million faster than your drink one Bud Light.
Savage, I have to give you a huge thanks. You and Marty have officially guaranteed my spot in hell, so thank you for that.
Travis said he wants to thank me and you because we have officially guaranteed his spot in hell. Travis, you'll do good in hell. They'll love you down there. They like cheeky guys down there.
I'm sorry you had to hear
That's what I'm worried about.
But let me tell you one more thing.
Marty, I'm worried every time you tell me you want to tell me one more thing.
It's always going to be one more thing.
No, I'm telling Travis.
Oh, okay.
Travis, he was sucking, he was kissing ass to Kurt Angle so bad that day. I was like, I don't know if I want him for a co-host because he was sucking up to Kurt Angle. And all I had to do is walk up and say, hey, Kurt. And then, he'd be, hey.
Now, hold on a second. So, wait a second. Because I got his autograph, I was sucking up to him?
But let me ask you this.
I was telling Kurt about a story.
You're going to get mad at me. You're going to get mad at me probably. I was embarrassed about that video you sent me last night.
What video?
Where you were, oh, boy. I don't even because I love you.
What, with CM Punk?
Yeah, man. You were being I don't even like the word mark. But, oh, my God, you were beyond mark.
Maybe.
And
what I don't know is how he was in the room.
You can't be sucking dick. You obviously didn't even have front row because you're way in the back.
No, that was front row, Marty.
Pretty close.
When did front row become 48 seats back?
I think you need to get your vision checked and maybe relook at the video, and you could see the barricade right there.
And Minch could check while he's at it.
You bought ringside seats. And you're
Well, yeah, what if I told you I didn't even pay for the seats, though, Marty? How about then? Is my mark then?
why didn't you announce? Why didn't you do what you do?
I don't know, because I tried getting Tony Khan's attention, and I got it for a moment, but then he got ripped away by, like, his fucking team.
You got it for a moment. Here's another sucker.
Maybe, yeah. Well, what else are you supposed to do? Nobody wants to give anybody a fucking break, I'll tell you that much. You know what the problem, Marty, is?
You don't need to get a break. You earn a
That
break.
we're having
No,
a
no, no.
non-wrestling podcast.
I earn a break, no problem. But the problem is, Marty, some people see talent come into the room, and when you have more talent than them, they don't like that shit, Marty.
And that's not good because in the case of Savage,
A lot of people don't
that's
appreciate it when you walk into a room and you have more talent than anyone on their roster. They don't like that shit.
And for Savage,
you know like that besides me.
There's quite a few people.
and for Savage, that's going to be hard because that's pretty much every room he walks into.
No, not at all. I'll get the job done eventually. I don't know what the future holds, but either way, I'm having a good time getting there.
And see, that's what I teach my kids. Don't worry about the destination. It's the damn journey. Don't worry about it. Here's the thing. The destination is, what is that? That's the end, right? So you got there, now what? You got to get out of the car. Enjoy the fucking ride.
I try to do that every single day.
And you should, man. You got a beautiful family.
Yeah, I don't know for how much longer with the crap you're babbling.
Or you told me your wife don't listen to this shit. Don't worry about saying nothing. I mean, if you lied to me, you lied to me. But
No.
Did I not straight up say?
If she did it before, she ain't ever.
You can say things, but Jesus Christ, Marty, you're on speakerphone.
I thought we was on air.
Yeah, but how do you think I get you on there? I put it on speakerphone so it goes to the microphone.
So it's on air.
Oh, it's on air, yes.
Yeah, well, you said she don't watch.
She don't, but she's in the next room.
And hopefully
so
my
you
pastor's
mean-
not
so you got
watching
a
either.
megaphone. It's just blasting like
It's fucking blasting. You're blasting.
You ain't got a volume control.
And then how the hell are people going to hear you?
Who's more important, people or your wife?
The wife. Now listen, Rhea Ripley's in the ring right now. Brought to break the arm of Liv Morgan. I like this, and I like Rhea Ripley, and you should too, Marty Jannetty. Rhea Ripley is awesome.
She's a bad girl, yeah.
She is a badass. In my opinion, the hottest female wrestler in the world.
You know how good
And she's
You know
still
how-
bad.
Savage.
Oh yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, she's better. She's better without the makeup.
What is it, Travis?
You know how good Rhea Ripley is?
Yeah, how good is Rhea Ripley?
Is the sole reason I watch women's wrestling.
She's
anymore.
okay. She's the reason why he watches women's wrestling. I understand. All right, Marty, we'll catch up tomorrow, man. See if we could set something up for next week. Let me know if you're down.
Yeah, I'm down, but we got to do something. We got to hurry up on some things.
Well, that's why I wanted to talk so we could set it up and get it moving.
Liv is wearing. Look at her like underneath. I forgot what it's called, but it's coming out the back of her blue jeans when they stop showing her crotch.
Well, she always wears the nice booty shorts. Yes.
Well, I know that. I'm talking about her.
Her cookies? You're saying her cookies are showing?
No. They're sawed off pantyhose.
Yes.
That's what they're called.
Yeah, they're very nice.
And you know what their job is? The pantyhose that are sawed off. They got a name. I just can't think of it right now. But it's so the coochie don't show. I should have said cookie. So the cookie don't do beer toe shit.
So the Coochie Cookie is going to be just fine tonight, Marty. I'm sure Monday Night Raw is taking care of that Coochie Cookie.
You know what?
So the camel toe don't, because.
Listen, when the camel toe is severe, it's popping out no matter what. Nothing.
No, you're talking about a moose knuckle.
Yeah. When the camel toe is serious, it's going to show. It doesn't matter what you do. But yes, on Wrestling with Savage, I don't think we've ever even said the phrase camel toe. So thank you for that, Marty. I'm glad we could add that to our repertoire here on Wrestling with Savage.
And moose knuckle.
And just so you know something, Marty, I was on the cover of a newspaper when I was 15 years old with over 20 journalists saying I was going to be the next big star in the WWE. So yeah, I had a little bit of an ego when I thought I was going to the moon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you should have recognized when that that publication went out of business? Like maybe they were wrong.
Well, it was the Village Voice, one of the most viewed newspapers in New York City, Philadelphia, Chicago, Los Angeles. My face was on the corner.
I knew you was a rich boy.
Rich boy.
I should have known that because you dress so well.
Rich boy. I've worked very hard.
But you don't actually act like a rich boy. You're pretty cool.
I've worked hard for everything I've had, Marty. I worked hard for my my first business.
One of my friends asked this because I was telling you in the medical field, and they said, like, what, a courier? What do you do in the medical field?
I deliver medical equipment from doctors to patients that have surgery.
Oh, so like as they say, like a courier type thing?
No, more of like a medical technician. I handle I handle doctor requests, so I'm working directly with doctors.
Okay, okay. Yeah, because I didn't know how to answer them. I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, no. I make a good living. I make good money, but unfortunately in New York, it doesn't matter how much money you make. It's never enough.
That's in the whole country, Savage.
Okay, I'm gonna hush.
Well, I live in New York City. You know, bills are expensive. Rent is expensive. Food is expensive. Going out is expensive. Nothing's cheap anymore. Everything's going up.
Well, stop voting on Democrats.
I don't blow Democrats. I don't give a fuck about politics. They're all evil. They're all the devil. Anybody that thinks politics is fucking real is mentally challenged. Unfortunately, they're brainwashed, Marty. Let's be honest. Everybody's brainwashed. You're brainwashed by fucking coochie. Travis is brainwashed by fucking wrestling or video games. Jay's brainwashed by fucking anything you pour in a cup that has alcohol in it. Other people are brainwashed by movies, fashion, music, NFL, NBA, whatever. It's all a big Coliseum.
Damn headphones.
You know what the point of the Coliseum was, right, Marty? The Coliseum was a distraction to keep people away from what's really happening in the world.
What's Liv Morgan? What she was distracted by?
Liv Morgan's probably distracted by how many times she has to shave her box because the hair won't stop growing back.
They wax now. See, you're back in the 1800s.
All right, wax, whatever. But her shit's so thick, it just grows back through the wax.
But no reason you should know that.
Trust me, I could be more filthy than you, Marty, if I have to.
You don't have to. I know you can because I'm single. I ain't never got to worry about, my wife's over here this.
Yeah, for now. We're going to get you married, though. We're going to turn you into a normal guy. You're going to be mowing a lawn.
I actually think it's going to be me and Ann.
We're going to be mowing a lawn with you. You're going to be mowing lawns and changing fucking diapers by the time I'm done with you.
But here's the thing I need you to understand.
Oh, hell no. Don't put that on a kid.
No grass grows on a busy playground.
That's true. I want to see Marty Jannetty changing a diaper. There should be a reality show where Marty babysits a baby. Every week it's a new baby.
Savage, that baby's going to end up dead.
You can't lie, Travis. That shit would be fucking gold, man.
That baby is going to end up dead.
Who are dumb enough to let Marty Jannetty watch their child.
That baby will be dead by the end of the first episode.
And it would have to be done.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would take the child and put it over.
I swear I thought it was a football.
You would feed it tomatoes and Clorox.
Remember when you told me I think it was you don't drink that much, do you?
No.
We'll be back in a minute.
I don't know, maybe you should start because you told me about changing when you change the diaper, the first time you change the diaper. And your boy, what's his name like that?
Nicholas.
Yeah, he's so cool, man. When you change the diaper, squirt of tea that got in your face while you was changing the diaper. That's why I don't want no kids.
Yeah, but that's like my piss. It's my urine. It's my, it's mine. Whatever comes from him is mine.
So you lay around and piss on yourself?
No. First of all, that only happened one time, and he pissed on everybody. He pissed on me. He pissed on grandma. He pissed on mommy, all at the same damn time.
And how many times has he thrown up on you?
Let me tell you something. 0.
Oh, he's been good about that.
Yeah, no, he might have threw up on himself a couple of times, and then you just change his shirt, you clean him up.
Well, yeah, the one I'm talking about, the one where you got him over the shoulder, like almost like burping him.
Yeah. That's what you do. You burp him. You take care of him. You love him. You take care of them and you love them. It's very easy when they're yours.
And he's growing up now, and mean, he's coming out to be a cool kid. I mean, he's only 3. Well, how's he now?
Just turned 2.
Oh my God, he's only 2.
Yeah.
Man, he's doing good. Man. He's going. You got a wrestler on your hands.
Maybe. Yeah, no, he's pretty tall, too. He's like 35 inches already.
Yeah, I was thinking 3, and then or maybe even 4, and then you said no.
No, he's only 2, man. Just fresh 2. We took him to Sesame Land. We did a whole bunch of stuff. We had the birthday party.
You do spoil him. You're a good daddy, man.
Well, it's not about spoiling them, man. I'm trying to, we try to get him everything we think he needs so he can have a good, productive life, learn fast, have fun, more importantly than anything else. We encourage play. We want him to be always happy, always, having something to do and learn and explore.
Sad thing
How do you
is,
encourage play?
You play with him. You sit down on the floor. You get on your ass. You play with the car. You use your imagination.
You have to encourage that.
Well, when you want to do a certain kind of play, like a new toy, or if you're trying to introduce like shapes, colors, numbers, now it's getting a little more serious. So we're trying to.
I never got to be a daddy. I missed out on that. I would.
Well, now if you have a kid, I can give you some solid advice because I'm in the trenches.
put that on a kid.
But that's something I missed out. I didn't miss out on much because I've been with.
You're never too old to have one. Technically, the semen still works.
Robert De Niro had a kid last year, and he's 79.
You can always have a kid. The semen still works. I think you'll like this girl on TV right now, Marty.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let me see. You got me on that one. She said this.
Maxine Dupree. Did you see her? You probably sure already.
I'm about to get it right now. Hold on. But I want to tell you something.
Sure.
Oh, the blonde?
Yeah, the blonde, yes.
Let me back it up.
He's going to back it up.
What do you know about her?
Not much. She's good, though.
One of her test jobs wasn't done good. The one on my wife. So her left kid, somebody fucked that up, man.
I'm going to go on Instagram and let her know Marty thinks your left titty is fucked.
But I still would touch it.
I bet you would.
No, I wouldn't. Now, you can't talk about girls in the business like that. Stop.
Well, you're the one doing it. I didn't say nothing about her left titty.
Yeah, that's deformed right there. I just paused it.
Listen, this is Howard Stern-esque content, and that's why we need to get the podcast up and running. We need to get your camera installed. We need to get you.
I was out in the sun today waiting to talk to you.
Well, you didn't call me.
I thought you didn't call me.
Travis is falling asleep again. You're putting him to sleep. Now he's up.
Travis, go ahead and get you a nap, man. If evidently get a new wife because you're always bored.
Yeah, you're bored, Travis. He's bored.
And always remember this: a bored person is boring.
Yeah, that's probably true. All right, well, listen, we'll catch up tomorrow. We got to talk. We got to work out a plan.
Yeah, we need to get going. Yeah.
We'll work out a plan. We'll book some airline tickets. If I'm gonna fly out there, then I'll rent I gotta rent the car out there because I'm not doing taxis and all that shit.
You don't like Uber?
No. Why waste the money? The same money you're gonna spend on 1 or 2 Ubers, you can rent the car for 2 days.
Yeah, but you don't have to pay for a hooker.
What? I don't care about a hooker, man. I don't need any hookers. We're not coming there.
You don't, but I do.
All right, yeah, but we're coming there so we can get the stream situated.
You just say yeah, but.
Yes, I did, because if I don't, it's never going to happen.
Are we going to make them T-shirts?
We're going to make a lot of T-shirts, and we can actually make a lot of money if we host the craziest podcast of all time. That's what it needs to be.
I got it. I didn't get to tell you this, and I can't say too much because I don't want to fuck it up. But I got a call last night, and they told me, I'm pissed about it, actually, clean my act up. And I'm not going to say who said who, whatever, none of that shit. But second highest person in the company said, clean your act up. We want to put you in the Hall of Fame next year.
Triple H?
I ain't saying none of that. See? I said nobody. I don't know who. I don't even know who it was. All right? But they want me to change. And I don't know how.
Well, yeah, I know you don't know how because I don't think it's because you're incapable. I think you just are so set in your way of living your life.
No, they asked me to be fake.
No, it's not about being fake. It's more about being professional so that you can get
Hey,
to where they want you to be, because they like
If
it's.
I'm doing a commercial for a church, I know not to say goddamn. But if I'm doing my own goddamn thing, what you want me to do?
No, it's not, Marty. It comes down to what you want. If they're giving you a choice, they're saying you want to be here. It's about what you want. If you want to be here, you have to do
Okay,
this.
but I don't want to get boxed in. I don't give a shit about the Hall of Fame. Donald Trump's in there. How many matches he had?
Oh, Snoop Dogg too.
But I mean,
I know. I feel you. I get what you're saying.
And I would like that title because I watch TV. I'm into sports.
I actually respect the shit out of you for having that approach, because it's like, you have your ways, you have your code. That's the way you live.
I got here by that. Now you want me to change it when I'm 617 years old? What the fuck?
Well, look at Logan Paul, Marty.
I do want that title. I wouldn't say Hall of Famer on mine because I watch football, I watch baseball, I watch basketball, and when they show old timers, they put Hall of Fame underneath their name. That's the only reason I'm like, oh, that would be nice for me. Outside of that, I don't give a fuck about that fake ass fucking Hall of Fame. Donald Trump, I love Donald. He's a friend of mine. I love it, and he's good for our country, and I hope he's the president again in a minute. But he's in the Hall of Fame. He ain't had a match yet. Fuck. So I'm not in the Hall of Fame. Donald Trump is, Coco Beware is, Virgil is. Man, get the fuck out of here. I'm upset about that. I only want it because it's kind of cool.
Listen, it's.
That I did, first of all, Shawn Michaels wouldn't be Shawn Michaels without me. And the whole tag team world changed when I came through. And the Rockers did our shit, and we changed the game. Everybody wants to say, you rock and roll, but they're my friends, man. I love them, but my dick hurts. We didn't do the shit we did. And Sean didn't come up with none of it. He just went along with it, and so he was better, as Al Snow said, better which means, okay, I know how to work events. So,
Jesus Christ.
So I don't need all that, but I'd like that. I don't need it, but I'd like it.
All right, you don't need it, but you like it, but you ain't gonna get it if you don't listen a little bit.
So you're telling me to conform?
Oh no, I'm telling you to do what you want to do. I'm never gonna tell you what. I mean, I could tell you what I think you should do, but at the end of the day,
You're talking to me.
What's the reason I'm talking to you?
Evidently, I did pretty good. You would have, otherwise you would have called me. I mean, what was you going to do?
What do you mean? I told you about the podcast idea in the middle of the show.
I'm sorry, say again.
I told you about the podcast in the middle of the day over there because I had that idea from a while ago.
6 hours ago.
So what are you saying?
The only reason people know me is because I must have done pretty good.
Oh yes, yes, absolutely.
I can walk through an airport in Japan, Australia, Germany, India, Africa, wherever, and people ask for my autograph. Okay, so now you're telling me that you changed, don't be human. Now that I'm old and fucking done.
Listen, I respect whatever.
Kenny, try being a scaled back version of him.
I
Still be
understand
him,
wrestling's got to be an act.
but
You
at
know
a
why we were the Rockers?
7, not a
Because I was
12.
real. I mean, it's an extension of your personality. Like Undertaker, he's kind of a weird and creepy ass, but still a cool guy. I mean, any character, it works. It's an extension of your own personality. You just yank the volume way up. And me, I didn't have to yank the volume up. I actually asked me to turn it down, and that's what they're telling me now, turn it all the way down. Why? Why is Ric Flair so cool? I've been with 10,000 women, which is a fucking lie. I've been with 1,000. You know how hard that was?
I want to say something to Marty.
So all this bullshit.
I want to say something to Marty when he's done.
I mean, and
If that ever happens.
I understand, little kids might be listening. They shouldn't be. It's 10:30 at night, and I ain't never signed up to be somebody's role model. I mean, I'm who I am, and I got here by being who I am. And goddamn it, I'm proof because I came out of the streets, lower than the streets. I had to come from underneath to get to the streets, and I made it.
You did make it, but Travis wants to know.
Tell me what to do.
Travis wants to know, have you ever made a decision with the head in between your shoulders instead of the one in between your legs?
More than once. And I regretted it every time.
Well, Marty, all I'll say is just keep being you. Have fun. Be happy. If you're happy, Marty, who gives a shit?
Hey, did I ever tell you about the time I could have fucked Britney Spears?
I don't even know if we're prepared to hear that story.
No, not tonight.
Well, I could have fucked Britney Spears. In fact, it was just the other day.
Come on, man. She's all fucked up now. Nobody wants to hit that now.
What do you mean now?
Okay, she's been all kinds of fucked up, man. She might be more fucked up than you.
Not possible.
But
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is, man.
We both said the same thing.
By the way, have you seen what Madonna looks like now?
don't leave her alone. Why do you keep fucking with her? Let me tell you how I almost got to fuck Britney Spears.
Go ahead.
I had a hard on. She just wasn't nowhere around.
You're a sick bastard. But yeah, by the way, have you seen what Madonna looks like lately?
Yeah, but she looks different.
I'm scared. Did you see what Jamie Foxx looks like now?
62.
You know Jamie Foxx, right?
I don't know him personally, but yeah. I know
He was sick in the hospital with some crazy shit. I don't know what, but like he did a video today, and everybody's saying that it's not really him, that it's a clone.
Okay, what you want me to do about that?
Nothing.
Why'd you tell me?
Because it's fucked up. I feel bad for the guy.
There ain't nothing I can do about it.
That's true.
But all in all, I'd like to leave multi-fans with this.
Well, look at it like this, Marty. One day, don't you want to be permanently remembered as that Hall of Fame guy?
You're going to ask me to perform. Okay, I'm trying.
No, you're not.
I knew when I came on your show, I'm going to say some messed up shit, and you're going to call me again tonight and say, that's what we're talking about. You got to stop doing that. I can't. It's me. I don't know how to be a fake. I ain't never been a fake. I will work on it.
There's only one way it's happening.
I did that my whole life. That was me.
Marty, I can tell you exactly. There's only one way that you can get into the Hall of Fame, and you're not going to like it.
Okay.
Do you want to know what you have to do to literally get on the Hall of Fame?
I want to hear what you're going to say.
You have to literally just stop using Facebook or deactivate your Facebook.
You see what I did last night? I deleted so many. I told them, I said, "Fuck you, go eat a dick, and then put it in your mother's ass and put it in your mouth so you can taste her asshole." And hung up on it. But then I went and deleted everything that we're talking about. Because I know I'm not normal. Goddamn, do you go tell a retarded kid you're stupid?
yeah. Actually, I know some people that do.
Retarded kids have more common sense than you, Marty.
Jesus, Travis is going hard on you, Marty. He said retarded kids have more common sense than you, Marty.
I don't deny that. My mother was so fucking close to the edge of being committed. My dad used to tell me all the time, he goes, your mother, just one step away. She would just take that one more step, I can have her committed.
Hey, it's not that hard, man, to get somebody committed. You just make it look like they're nuts, and then you'll call up the loony bin, and they come take them.
In the case of Marty, not hard.
Watering the plants in the rain. My friends used to come over and see that shit. I got no
You're gonna kill me.
She one time. We got a dog named my daddy. My dad's my hero. Nice dog, from the town, like rescue or whatever, and nice looking German Shepherd, right? And we brought him home and then we dropped him off. My mom hold him. But we went to get food. We came back and there was this wiry ass looking, gross looking dog with fucked up hair, white, like Not even white. It was like colored as hell. And my mom was dumping out. She had washed him with bleach.
Jesus Christ. That's animal abuse.
And the same lady, and one of our friends was just here yesterday. He was bringing it up. I haven't seen him in a few years. He goes, "Remember that Thanksgiving your mom burned the salad? And, because she brought all the food out, and then she couldn't cook. My dad fought with her all the time, not everything, but cooking. She was the worst. She was the worst. Nobody, I dare you to try to be worse. and she burned. When they brought it, like when a couple of my friends, well, on Thanksgiving you eat, and then you go play football. Go out to the field and play some football, tag football, flag football, whatever. And we used to play drilling, but she brought this bowl out with lettuce, and it was burnt on the edges were like black. And one of the boys, Tim, he goes, "Hey, Miss Janetti, why is this? What's this black stuff?" And she goes, "Oh, I cooked it too long." You fucking cooked a salad? What the?
Cooking a salad?
She was, yeah. And she was out in the yard earlier. One of the boys, she was on her hands and knees out. We got a big ass, huge oak tree. She's out underneath the tree, and on her hands and knees, and going through like the leaves and shit. And we're all looking like, what the fuck's she doing now? And then later on that night, we found out she made an acorn pie. She was picking up acorns out there. And initially, when my boyfriend Don says, "Miss Janetti, do you think it's okay to eat?" Because and she lined it, like the outside of the pie pan thing, she lined it with acorn halves, when she broke them up. And my friend asked her what it was, and she said, "Oh, that's acorn pie." We were all looking at each other, goddamn, that's what she was doing. And then he said to her, he goes, "Miss Janetti, is it safe to eat acorn pie?" And she goes, "Well, the squirrels do."
Jesus Christ. All right, Marty, you got a lot of stories, obviously.
That's what I was raised by.
That's definitely not easy. Doesn't sound easy. Sounds very difficult.
Actually, she was the first person that ever gave a takeover to. But she used to beat us when we were young. She didn't know how to, spank or just do switches or throw. She used to beat us. But she was still a good woman, but she just didn't know how to correct. And when I think I was probably 11, and she started trying to beat on me again. And I'm growing up now, and I'm tired of it. Because I would go to school with bruises and shit, and people would ask me, like, "Who beat you up?" Nobody beat me up. Well, what are the bruises? And I can't say my mom. But so she started beating me, and one day I snatched her out. This is honest as I can be. And because I never punched her. I didn't punch my mom as much as I hated her to punch her. But I grabbed her in the headlock. The twist, just like we do in wrestling. Twisted, took her to the ground, and squeezed her head. And I said, "You're not going to beat me on me no more." And she started crying. It actually upset me that she started crying.
It's funny that you said headlock, that you used the headlock on your mom, because my mom used to beat me too sometimes. And I got old enough one day myself, and she was her weapon of choice on this day was a broomstick. And I took the broomstick out of her hands, and then I broke it. I said, "I'm done with this shit. You're not hitting me anymore. I'm bigger than you, and I'm not taking it. Get over it." And you know what she did, Marty? She told my dad that I put her in a headlock.
Well, that's what she did. She told my brother Gino. That's my other hero.
But you actually put your mom in a headlock. I didn't.
And she told Gino I beat her up, and Gino was going to whip my ass. I mean, there's only so many people that I've ever been scared of in my life. Not scared. I ain't been scared of nobody, but I wouldn't want to fuck with. And that might be ego or whatever. And if you don't got that,
wait, hold on.
New Jack.
There's somebody Marty doesn't want to fuck with. That is breaking news, Savage.
That's a brother? Nah. Because you don't know when he's going to pull a knife out. If you just put us in the ring and say fight, I'll probably get it. But if you put us in the streets and say fight,
you used to have a wrestling show?
All right, Marty, we don't need you to. You don't need to be fighting anybody tonight. It's all right. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah,
All right.
let me go because I got to call on my hookers over.
Yeah, go call your hookers over. We'll catch up tomorrow, and we actually have to plan something out like two mature, responsible adults. Can we do that tomorrow?
Eat a fortune cookie for me.
We both have to be mature, responsible for 5 minutes for a conversation.
Okay.
All right?
I mean, I'll do my part.
Yeah, I need you to be a mature, responsible adult for at least 7 minutes tomorrow.
7. You just went from a few to a 7.
7 minutes. Can you do that for me?
By tomorrow, it'll be 20.
Hey, I don't know, man. We'll figure it out.
And then do call me now.
I will. Go get your hose.
All right, brother. Love you.
All right, good night. All right, Travis, back to Monday Night Raw.
Oh, is it still going? I didn't know. Marty's
Yeah.
only been on here for what, 20 hours?
The party with Marty is not easy, but Damian Priest picks up the big win on Apollo Crews, flashing that Money in the Bank briefcase.
Look, Savage, do yourself and Marty a favor. No more cocaine.
I don't think the cocaine is the issue here.
No, I don't. I think you're right. I don't think it's
why
the
is
issue.
Becky Lynch celebrating right now? Is she happy that she beat Zoe Starks? Do you even care?
Nope.
Jay, where are you, Jay? Why are you not here helping us?
You know why? You know why I don't care, Savage? Because that was the wrong outcome. Zoe should have destroyed Becky.
Yeah, but
Zoe
that's not the match they're trying to push. They're trying to push Trish and Becky.
I know, but Zoe was looking really, really good and strong, and now she doesn't because she lost to someone who's in a feud with Trish. I should have stayed retired. They are making me do this shit Stratus.
Yeah, they're looking at it as, in their minds, Becky's a heavy hitter. So they're like, oh, a loss to Zoe won't really affect her. But I don't know if I agree with that. I would have let that end in some kind of shenanigans, a DQ. Like, sure, let Becky win, but not clean like that.
You know what? You remember the other night when I was talking about how there are legends who, in their own minds, they think they're as good today as they were back in their prime? That's Trish Stratus. Like, I've seen some interviews with her. She really does think she's doing a good job, and it's like, no, you're not.
Well, don't forget, she has a bunch of people
tainting
around
your legacy.
her. She has a bunch of people around her that are probably supporting her, saying, great job, good stuff, good shit.
But that's the thing. You surround yourself with the wrong people who tell you just what you want to hear. Hell, that's how you get 64-year-old men diving off a ladder.
And we're going to commercial right now. Yesterday, I started my first...
Are we? Because I've got Imperium.
Imperium's, they go to commercial right after this. I started my first Lego set yesterday. Optimus Prime. I finished his chest.
Nice.
Has that little...
You know what's funny? Close that back for a second. You say it's Optimus Prime, but holding that upright, I was like, is it that or is it one of those old Viewmasters?
That's his chest.
You remember those things, the Viewmasters?
Yes, I do. Unfortunately, I do. And they really weren't that cool. You looked at them honestly, for a couple of minutes, and then you were done.
You know, I never got into Transformers. I was watching Mobile Suit Gundam instead. I'm not saying Transformers is bad by any means. I just was watching Mobile Suit Gundam, and it was a war story. It had politics, and, you know, our group believes this, and our group believes that, and because of that, I just wasn't able to get into Transformers. It didn't have that same level of, like, oh, this is intriguing to me.
I only liked the original cartoon Transformers. The first movie was okay, too. I didn't like it at first because I wasn't the biggest Shia LaBeouf fan, but it's grown on me over the years.
The first one was good, but I didn't watch any of them after that.
The new one looks cool, but it's more like they're all catered and geared towards kids now, so, you know, I don't take them too serious. I'm not a fan of the new Ninja Turtle Mayhem coming out. That looks like complete trash.
Oh, it is. Did you not hear what they did?
I don't know. I just saw the commercial.
Oh, Seth Rogen had a great idea. You know what his great idea was? Let's gender swap two of the characters, and Donatello is now a transgender character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That look right there, that's the same look I had. I was like, what the fuck?
They're showing the trailer for Heels Season 2. Very excited. I believe it starts in August.
Yes.
I might not watch any of the episodes until the end because I think
that's what I do. Is I
think I
stream them
want to
all at the end.
watch all of them in one shot, make it one long.
Actually, I don't even have stars, so what I literally had to do for season 1 was I had to wait for it to be done, and then I had to buy it on Blu-ray. And you know what? I spent $20 on Heels season 1 Blu-ray. Some of the best $20 I've ever spent. That show was so good.
It's a good show. I enjoyed it. If you're a professional wrestling fan, you'll like Heels.
Like, see, here's the funny thing. My mother and grandmother both hate wrestling with a passion. Like, they think it's the stupidest thing on the planet. They still enjoyed this show because they were like, it's a good character study. And that's, I think, what really
Marty had to take a trip to the Ho train. He's busy tonight with his hose.
Thank you, God.
He's busy tonight.
Remember when we used to have a wrestling show? Those were good times.
Yeah, we're trying to limit those interactions. In all fairness, I did try ending the conversation like a long time ago, but
well, in all fairness, this was your fault. You were the one who called him in the first place.
I did it for Tom because Tom was here.
Yeah. Well, what did we learn from this, Savage?
Nothing.
Probably
really.
nothing.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
You learned.
I love Marty Jannetty, but I don't think he's going to learn much from me except what he already knows.
I wasn't trying to be an ass. I really was being serious, Marty. Like, if you're watching this or if you watch this back, listen to me. I'm just saying this. Don't be fake. Don't not be you. But right now, when you tell these stories, you're at a 12. Try being at like a 7. If you could even just learn to, I slept with this really hot chick last night. You don't even need to not say that. But just don't go and post it on Facebook. Don't post pictures of her naked. You'd probably get into the Hall of Fame. They're not wanting you to change who you're being. They just want you to change who you're presenting yourself as a member, as a person of their company.
No, in his eyes, it's the same thing. So we'll see.
And I kind of see his argument. I'm just saying that's the problem I have is when I hear people say, well, they want me to be fake and they don't want me to be me. Or they just want you to be a more tempered version of you. Oh, look, yay. Creepy women in masks and horns and Viking stuff. It's like House of Black.
Stop disrespecting Valhalla.
It's like House of Black. It's stupid.
Imperium in the ring right now. Gunther has a microphone. Apparently he's going to go face-to-face with Drew McIntyre. Oh, my God. Travis, hold it down for a little bit. Call the action. I'll be back.
I'll try. Right now, I'm just having to call the fact that we're having to suffer through Valhalla. This is just so cringy. Like, I don't even get this. If y'all really want me to take this team seriously, you need to turn them back to the War Raiders or War Machine or whatever they were called in NXT. Get rid of the stupid paranormal weird crap and just give me a good competitive match with these guys. That's it. No gimmicks. No, let's have a Vikings rules match. No, just give me good competitive matches like they had in NXT. That's all I want. Anyways, out comes Drew McIntyre, Gunther in the ring to explain that he is a much better superstar than Drew McIntyre could ever hope to be. Of course, then again, heck, Doink the Clown is a better superstar than Drew McIntyre could ever hope to be. If y'all can't tell, I'm not a Drew McIntyre fan. Oh, hold on. I'll be back in just a minute, guys. And I'm back. Sorry about that. Mom was wanting to check and see how I was doing. I had to go over to the dentist to get 3 shots today in my mouth so that they could finish my crown and not for the. Anyways, Gunther is saying that he put prestige on this title and raised it to another level, never seen before. He says, "You want me to defend it tonight just to be generous? It's unacceptable." But it makes a lot of sense to me, though. He says he can see why all these people connect with it, because just like them, you don't get anything done in life. He says you failed at Clash at the Castle. He humiliated him at WrestleMania. He says, Drew, if you want to ride on his coattails, he accepts. He says, and he's going to humiliate him again at SummerSlam. I have to have this on mute, but he says, if we're going to talk about WrestleMania, he says, you know, when Sheamus and I first met, it was about 19 years ago, and Sheamus was about 42 at the time. Our dream was to have a singles match at WrestleMania. In the past year, we had that singles match. He says over 20 minutes of Brooks and Claymores over the top rope. People were growing crazy. He slid in at the weakest and picked the bones. And you won the match, as you should have. He says at SummerSlam, he's going to find out why they call him the Chosen One. The Scottish psychopath, the Scottish warrior, the one that wants to beat your ass, and the new Intercontinental Champion. And out comes Kaiser says, whatever you want to call yourself. He says, how dare you speak to the ring general like that? Drew says he actually likes Ludwig Kaiser. He tells Ludwig Kaiser he should be the leader of Imperium. He is actually more entertaining to watch than Gunther is half the time. Kaiser says he's not going to let him stand here and disrespect Imperium. He said since he is not willing to do something about it, they're both dressed to go. Kaiser says yes. So it looks like we're going to get Drew McIntyre versus Ludwig Kaiser up next. And while it's a commercial break, I will be back in just a minute.
Hey, remove yourself from the screen when you get up and you leave. There you go. Jesus Christ. What's going on, guys? Apparently, I was going to ask him what the hell happened between Gunther and Drew McIntyre. I missed it because I had to turn the oven on. I'm hungry. I got some potato. I don't even know what the hell you call them. Potato skins. Yes, potato skins with cheese and bacon in the oven. I need it. I'm hungry. Gotta eat. What's going on, chat? We're out here watching Monday Night Raw, but it is a commercial like Travis mentioned, so we are awaiting We're waiting for Raw to start again, so if you're here, stick with us. We're not going anywhere. Matt Cardona's going on a tear in Japan, winning more gold all over the place. It's going to be a good time.
I don't like you, Savage. Talking
Why?
about potato skins when I'm trying to give up eating potatoes. That's just mean.
Did I know that, though? You act like I knew that you were
Yeah, I
trying to
told
give
you
up
I'm
eating
giving up
potatoes.
all kinds of sugars.
I'm trying to
Well,
give up a
except
lot of things, man. I need to step it up, man, and get my ass to the
You
gym.
know why
That's what
you
I
don't
need to
remember
do.
a lot of those things? Because Marty's in here telling you every sordid detail.
Yeah,
I forgot how to be a professional
He's
after
taking
listening
away-
to Marty.
He's taking away my brain cells.
Yeah, I forgot how to be a professional because of Marty.
Yeah, I'm tired. It's been a long day.
Hopefully not tonight, but like last Sunday, I did tell my pastor and my assistant pastor, I was like, hey, I'm hosting this podcast. Y'all should watch it occasionally. Hopefully they weren't watching tonight, but
It might be.
I hope not.
You kind of
God,
shot yourself in the foot right there.
Yeah, yes, I shot myself in the foot for trying to get us more viewers.
Oh, you knew what you were doing, and now you made your bed. Now lay in
I
it.
didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know you were going to have Marty on here and make us all have to suffer through. I mean, listen to that.
I've told you, you never know when the party with Marty bus might stop on by.
That's not a bus, man. That's like a fucking, like that's like an entire rental company worth of drama.
It's not that bad.
It's that bad.
No,
It's that bad.
It's only as bad as you perceive it to be.
I don't know, man. That's pretty damn bad. Like, I'm 30 years old, and I'm like, I'm not sure I'm old enough to be partying with this dude.
I don't think anybody's old enough to party with Marty.
Or, you know, I would say either nobody's sane enough or nobody's insane enough to party with Marty.
Nobody knows.
The trouble I seen.
So we're getting the face-off now. So the face-off didn't even happen. The face-off led.
No, we did. We did. It was during the break. I covered it.
So now we're getting Drew McIntyre and Ludwig Kaiser in a one-on-one.
Savage, we got the face-off during the break. Basically, Ludwig Kaiser said, don't talk that way to him. Drew McIntyre said, I actually like Ludwig Kaiser. You're more entertaining than most of Gunther's matches are. And so since Gunther won't fight him tonight, we're going to have McIntyre versus Ludwig Kaiser, which is a shame. I like Ludwig Kaiser. And, you know, it's funny that Drew McIntyre mentioned somebody's matches being like boring enough to watch paint drying, because that's Drew McIntyre's matches. Like, literally, like, somebody asked me the other day, they said, do you see McIntyre's like the new Cena? I'm like, you mean he only has the one move that's worth doing? Maybe a little. But, no, I actually have to say, I've been very impressed with Ludwig Kaiser. Like, people are like, how can you be impressed? He keeps losing. Yes, but every match he has, even though he loses, he looks really good in those losses.
Ludwig looks huge standing next to Drew.
He is. He's a big dude. He's, I think, at least 6'4", but give me a second.
He's almost on the same tier as Dragunov, man, as far as like what he can do in the ring and intensity.
Ludwig Kaiser is 6'3". Drew McIntyre is 6'4". So he is a big dude. I
definitely want to see Drew versus Gunther. I'm guessing that's taking place at SummerSlam now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and let me ask you this. I think the right outcome of that match is maybe shenanigans or what does it, but I think they should keep honestly, I think they should keep the Intercontinental title on Gunther from now until WrestleMania.
I might even keep it longer.
The only reason I don't say keep it longer and let him lose it at WrestleMania is because I still say this. Look, if it's not going to be Finn, I think the next best choice is Gunther's the one who takes the title off Seth.
Maybe, but I just think they want to really associate that IC title with Imperium, with Gunther. Um, we'll see what happens, man. I'm curious to see where they're going to go with all the different characters that come into play and who's going to be. I'm more interested to see who's going to be the guy to beat Gunther. I still think it's going to be someone like LA Knight. Could be Braun Breaker.
Considering the history they have, I still am a huge supporter of the idea of Dragunov becoming a member of Imperium, because wouldn't it be great if they bring him in a way that makes us think like, oh, he's going to attack Gunther and revive their epic rivalry, and instead it's like, oh no, he's their teammate.
Could happen. A
Like,
very
I
real
know
possibility.
I've heard people say stuff like, oh yeah, that's generic and that's predictable. I said it today and I'll stand by it. From a storytelling standpoint, there's nothing wrong with generic or predictable if it's well done. The problem is when they go, well, we don't want to be predictable, so let's put a new spin on this.
And honestly, I don't think they put as much emphasis on predictability or what the fans even think. I think WWE, the machine, they do what they feel is best for business at the moment.
Why would they? Hold on. Why would they put a huge emphasis on the fan? Look, I read something the other day. Remember at the end of WrestleMania how pissed everyone was that, oh, I'm canceling WWE. Oh, I'm never watching this again. I watched something the other day, read something saying that the number of subscribers from that WrestleMania to tonight, it's not even gone down 2%. 2%. That tells me WWE can do whatever they want. The fans will bitch and moan, but at the end of the day, they're still going to watch.
Yeah, I've been hearing that too, Gianna, and I'm not a big fan of Bray versus Cody. I think
what
that does nothing for Cody. And what does it do for Bray?
No. Hold on. I have a great match for you, okay? I know a perfect match for Bray. Bray Wyatt versus a blow-up doll. If they got Kenny Omega over, maybe it can get Bray Wyatt over.
They don't know what to do with Bray. If they don't go back to his original gimmick, I think at this point it's just sad.
Look, I said this before. I'll stand by it, Savage. Bray is a guy who, if I'm looking, I'm like, you'd be really, really good and creative, but you're not good as a performer. Let's move you to creative. You can help come up with storylines.
I'm not going to go that far. I'm not going to say he's not good as a performer. I think that's a stretch. I don't have his problem with a performer. His problem is the storylines he's being fed and the creative he's being fed is making him perform a certain way to fit this persona that they see for him. So you're not getting an authentic Bray Wyatt performance for a long time now.
You know what the best part of this of the previous...
The last time he was authentic is when he was the Fiend. I feel like that was him.
Hold on. No. You know what the best and most authentic I've ever seen Bray Wyatt was?
Probably his debut with John Cena.
No, that was good too, but no. That first night after his return when he came out and he said, I'm not used to, I don't know how to feel about talking in front of loud crowds. I'm not used to this. This is me. This is Wyndham Rotunda. I was more invested in that than I was in any of the spooky
The whole world was talking about Bray Wyatt for about 5 months, or at least it felt like 5 months, not stop. Follow the rabbit, yada, 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 Uncle Wyatt, Uncle Howdy, or Uncle Duty. And that shit was all a shit show. It led to nothing. We got no payoff. We just got one lights out match that seems everyone hated. So whatever.
The thing is, I'm just saying, if you bring back Bray and you actually decide to go, let's have the gimmick be it's Wyndham Rotunda. Like, here's the guy that we've been trying to hide all these years. I think it could actually be great. Like,
bring back the whole family, the father, the brother, the Wyndhams. The Wyndhams. That should be the faction. The Wyndhams.
Wyndham 6.
How long before Riddle comes out here and interrupts this match?
Oh, who knows? And here's the reverse question. Does anybody want to see Riddle?
I'm sure some people do.
So look, here's the thing for me
Now, see,
personally.
now that, Gianna, I agree with. That sounds like something I want to see. Rotunda versus
There you go.
Rhodes. That
That
sounds
one
great.
I'll agree with.
That sounds great. Two legacy names in the business going at it. You know, both second generation.
But see, that's the thing. That's what I want to see, isn't it? Isn't it what you want to see, Savage? I want to see Rotunda versus Rhodes, not Bray versus Cody.
I want to see real, man. Real feelings, real emotions, real gimmicks, real characters.
Yeah. Like I said, I was more invested that first night when he talked about, I don't do well.
No, the story writes itself, Travis. If Rotunda shows up to Raw, calls out Cody Rhodes, he's like, I've been gone for a while, but while I've been gone, I've been seeing everybody talk about the royal family. There's more than one royal family. You're right, Cody. There is more than one royal family. Mine's just one of them, too. We've been around just as long as you and your papa.
Yes. Hold on. Yes, I'm going to throw that up. Literally, Gianna, that's what I'm saying. He should come back as Wyndham Rotunda. None of the creepy shit. None of the stupid, look, the reason, and I'm going to say this, even though it was creepy shit, the reason the Bray Wyatt, the Fiend / kids, it's the Firefly Funhouse. That worked because Bray explained it. The Firefly Funhouse was the side of himself that he'd been constantly being told you need to put forth. The Fiend was the side people were trying to keep locked up. You had that dual dichotomy, and at the end of the day, if you understand it from a Jungian standpoint, what he was saying was the side of me I have to present.
This character worked for Scary and all that shit.
Yeah.
Once they went away with it, done. Move on from the Scary hippy dippy bullshit. That character worked because it coincided with this. It worked.
You know something funny?
This was one of their best packs, by the way. I love this. This is one of my favorites.
You know what's funny about this to me, though? It worked. I know people who are like, well, just bring him back as the Fiend. No, don't bring him back. Just bring him back as the Fiend. I feel like.
What did I tell you? Look, here's Riddle. I told you Riddle was on his way out, and I'm so happy to see Riddle catch the big boot in the face by Gunther, who's now picking him up, hitting him with a powerbomb with authority. Who does Riddle think he is? Coming out here with jeans, no shoes, thinking he's going to do something to the ring general. That's right, Gunther. You go and you shove that foot. You go and you shove that big boot in Drew McIntyre's face. I love it.
You know what?
Gunther getting upset. I love it right now, Travis.
Oh, I like it too. There's nothing more dangerous than a pissed off Gunther.
And Jay, don't call Bray Wyatt a loser. He's not a loser. He's not a loser. He's been mishandled, mistreated. I wouldn't call him a loser.
He's not.
Now, Gunther going for the powerbomb on Drew McIntyre. And Drew holds on and counters, drops him over the body backdrop. Now picking him up, going for his own powerbomb. Picks up Gunther and gets him up. And powerbombs him through the table. And that shit looked awesome. The table just exploded. Drew McIntyre looks like Mel Gibson on steroids. I love it. I love it.
Nah. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does. He looks like Mel Gibson. What, you got a problem with Mel Gibson?
No.
You got a problem with the passion?
I have no problem with Mel Gibson. I like Mel Gibson. But to say that Drew McIntyre looks like Mel Gibson is a massive disservice.
I said Mel Gibson on steroids. And we're talking about lethal weapon Mel Gibson, not the Mel Gibson that you probably know.
Even then, Mel Gibson still looked like he had more talent in his pinky than Drew McIntyre does in his whole body.
What kind of asinine statement is that? Are you saying Drew McIntyre has no talent?
I'm saying Drew McIntyre has next to no talent, yes.
Why? Are you nuts?
Because every match of his boils down to 5, 4, 3. Like, look.
Again, someone else being booked a certain way because it works for him, for them.
You know, honestly.
Hold on. Ronda Rousey's going to talk, so I'm sure this is going to be good. Let me hear.
Oh, dear God, no. Breaking news with Savage. She still can't deliver a promo.
All that for her to accept the challenge. Gee, You wish you had those shitty fucking figures. Shut your ass up. No
I wouldn't
refunds
mind
here.
the figures.
I love the figures. Judgment Day. Again, dominating Monday Night Raw. All you see is Judgment Day. You
As
see
it
them in
should
the
be.
opening. You see them in the middle. You see them at the end. Finn Balor coming to the ring. And I'm assuming he's going to have a face-off with Seth freaking Rollins. Is there another main event? Or this is it?
I don't think this. No, I don't think this is. I think this is the main. Whatever.
And they're going to commercial again. God damn it. So Seth freaking Rollins.
I have to say, look, I'm not a big like as we've talked about it. I'm not a big fan of the hippy dippy, scary, stupid shit, right? But unlike a lot of people who were like, oh, Edge sitting in his chair and being like, I'm on my mountain of omnipotence. That's horrible. I disagree. It reminded me almost like, remember when he was in the ministry? Now he's leading his own. But I will say this. If you had told me that dropping Edge and having him replaced by Finn Balor would have been the right thing to do for Judgment Day, I would have been like, what? Balor instead of Edge? Nah, Edge is a Hall of Famer. But the thing is, I honestly feel like they've done nothing but get better since then. And they've done it while managing to... And I'm just going to say it this way. There's still a little bit of that, oh, we're dark and we're angry and we're edgy to them. But they've done it in such a comedic way.
Okay.
Here,
I'm
what
happy
two
with them.
guys, Jay? Surely you're not saying that you have to suffer through hearing Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, because both of them are great delivering promos. But, like you said, you'll never meet a more negative person when it comes to wrestling, except for maybe Vince Russo.
Tomorrow on NXT, we hear from Gable Stevenson on his decision, which I already know his decision. He's going to the Olympics. Come on. Let's be honest.
No, we already know his decision. His decision is he's going to team up with Damon Kemp because that's his fucking brother.
No.
No, I know. That's just what would be the smart thing to do.
Maybe when they get to WWE, they should stay on their separate ways in NXT for now.
Okay, Jay has had a lot of hot takes. You know the one take I will agree with him and you on? At this rate, just release Eddie Thorpe. There's nothing you can do to make us interested.
No. That's your take.
Okay, Savage, tell me one thing they could do to make Eddie Thorpe interesting.
Take him off TV.
What?
They could take him off TV. I'd be more interested then. Because then I'd be like, oh, where's Eddie Thorpe?
But at that point, why not just release him?
I don't know.
If you're not getting TV time and exposure and you're not selling merch, you're useless to the company.
There's no way they're releasing him because they just let him win a big match against Damon Kemp in their first time doing NXT Underground. So as of right now, he's their underground superstar.
God, the worst Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles anything ever.
Yeah, I'm not a
makes me
fan
so
of
sad
that.
to be a
I
fan.
just don't like the way it looks. That's the main reason why I won't be watching that shit. It looks like some hippie dipster
I don't like
bullshit.
the way it looks. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way they're wokeifying it. And the biggest thing to me, bigger flag than any of this, you ready? Because I've seen it so many times now. I've seen it with Star Wars. I've seen it with Marvel. I've seen it with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, with that horrible HBO show they did called Velma. I am sick and tired of hearing people say, well, I want to do this because I'm such a big fan. Stop telling me you're a fan. Show me you're a fan by the quality of the content you make. And every single person who's ever gone, well, I did this because I'm a huge fan, the content they make says otherwise. You know, stop telling me you're a fan. Put your money where your mouth is.
No, I'm not a fan of a lot of shit anymore.
No, Jay.
They're going in on this turtle shit.
Huh?
You're going in on these turtles. It
No,
doesn't even
we're-
look good. It looks like just some
It-
shitty fucking cartoon.
You know what it looks like? It looks like a college art project.
Big news. Next week, Brock Lesnar returns to Monday Night Raw. Oh!
Hey, you know what? That's bigger news than anything to do with that god-awful movie.
His returns are always better when you don't know about him. I feel like when you know he's coming out, it's like, all right, we know what he's going to do. It's at least shocking
look.
when you hear the music and you're not expecting him, you know?
We all knew that Brock was coming back. Like, I'll use one of my personal favorites. We all knew Brock was coming back. But that night after WrestleMania, when Cena was in the ring and his music hit, as much as the next person was like, what? Like that, like you said, it works best when we have no idea it's coming. When you tell us Brock Lesnar coming, we're like,
return odd because he had been gone for a while at that point. I hadn't seen him. So when then you see him, you're like, holy shit.
Jay, you can't take over shit. If it was just you doing this, nobody would watch. You wouldn't have not one person because you're nothing but negative.
We're not off the rails. It's a commercial. Finn Balor just got on TV right now. He's standing by the desk. He's awaiting the Messiah
What?
world today, about to come to the ring. But it looks like Finn has something to say before Seth Rollins takes 8 minutes to come to the ring.
8? I think you're undershooting it, man. Like 30. Look, I love Seth Rollins, but they need to do something about that music because it prevents us from getting anything accomplished.
Finn's just talking trash, saying Seth is scared to come out because he saw that the Judgment Day been, having our hands full tonight. And they're already singing his freaking song. Very disrespectful to Finn Balor.
Well, that's because they don't respect Finn Balor.
They should.
Oh, absolutely they should. But look at how badly he's been booked. This guy should have been a world champion like 16 times over by now.
Well, I don't know about 16 times, but at least he was the first Universal Champion.
I don't know, man. He's got more talent than Flair did.
That's a stretch.
I still, to this day, think that Flair... I think Flair was talented, but I think more so than talent, he knew how to...
Have you ever seen his rivalry with Ricky the Steamboat?
Yes, it was good. It was a great rivalry. But
One of the best.
It was great, but here's the thing. I think that Flair got as many titles as he did because of backstage politics. He knew how to run it. Did you watch the Ric Flair documentary that was on Peacock?
Whoa! Yes, I did.
If you watch that, he even admitted in that documentary that he was always a person who had no problem going to the boss and saying, "Hey boss, what do you want me to do tonight?" "Okay, I'll do that. So what will you do for me in return?" Like, he knew how to work the system. And I'm not
Well, good for him, man. You should know how to work the system if you want to get
I
ahead in
agree.
any business.
I agree, but here's
This
the
is
thing.
a business. If you start a business and you don't know how to work your business, you're not going to succeed.
I agree, but here's the thing. But it raises the age-old question of, did he get as many title shots as he did because he was talented or because he was working the backstage system?
Combination
I
of the
think it's a
both.
little of both. Huh?
Combination of the two. He
Yeah,
was
that's what I
super
think,
talented.
too.
He was a great wrestler, a good worker. He never showed up late. He was ready to bump. He was ready to work. He was ready to win, lose, draw. He was ready to work. He showed up to work. He showed up looking like $1 million. He left looking like $1 million. He played the part, man. No one in this business has lived the life that Ric Flair has lived. Nobody.
Nobody.
Not even Marty. Sorry, Marty, but it's true.
So let me ask you this, Savage. Somebody asked me this today. Best WWE performer to never win the world title.
Jake the Snake Roberts.
That's what I said immediately too, and then I had a question that I couldn't remember because
Ted DiBiase is up there.
It's been so long since I thought of things. Was Owen Hart ever the world champion? There you go, Owen Hart and Jake Roberts, two great names, and that's why to me I'm like being an all-time great to me is not measured by the championship.
Hold on, I gotta go put the potatoes in the oven.
Okay. I'll cover this if they say anything of value, because right now it's just nothing but singing. Seth says, Finn Balor finally figured out what we have all known for a long time. And that's that he has absolutely zero chance of walking out of SummerSlam as the World Heavyweight Champion. He says, now the most obvious scenario is I beat your ass, you mope on out of there, and the entire world sings my song. Jay, shut up. You're nothing but negative, man. Stop being negative. I'll give you $20 if you can quit.
Jay's not lying. This is pretty bad, though. This is the main event of Raw. Where's the match? Where's the wrestling? Contract signings are overdone.
Yeah, actually, I will agree. Never mind, Jay. You get a pass on this one. To me, contract signings should never be the main event. I didn't know if he meant, like, the way he was saying the worst thing, I was thinking he was, like, saying the worst thing of all time. He's saying the worst thing tonight. Okay, I'd agree with that.
So Kevin Owens was injured tonight.
Like, actually injured? Or kayfabe injured?
They don't know how long he's going to be out. They're using it as part of the story now anyway, apparently.
No, he says it is legitimately injured.
Yeah, no, legitimately injured, but they're still going to include it in the story. They're going to make it a part of the story.
Oh, well, yeah. Broken rib. That's not good. That's an injury you'll be out for a while, so I wonder what we'll do as far as the tag team thing goes.
Finn Balor and Seth Rollins still exchanging pleasantries.
Jay, sometimes the way you phrase things, the man has broken ribs and you say, good, he needs to be repackaged. No, it's not good to have broken ribs. I swear, sometimes I think Jay just tries to be...
In all fairness, you have said things like you want Punk to die.
No. I said people... You'd forget subhuman pieces of garbage don't count.
Do they teach you that in the church?
No, I taught that one to myself.
I don't hear Marty talking about wanting other people to die.
No, he just wants to sleep with anything that has a pulse.
So what? He's
Men, women, children,
He's
dogs,
single and ready
horses.
to mingle, baby. I wouldn't go as far as saying children. I don't think he's like that.
Dogs, horses, you know. Oh, and my thing froze. Great. Of course, I mean, again, Savage, you're in this business. You've worked in this business longer than I have, or probably ever will. Would you agree that contract signings are a waste of a main event?
Of a main event, yes. Unless it's from two stars we've never seen in the ring together. And when I say two stars, like mega stars. Like, let's say we have Stone Cold doing a contract signing with Mike Tyson for the first time. That's cool. That's
right.
different.
Or like if this was Seth and Finn's first match with each other, I would be like, yeah, contract signing, go for it. But
exactly. And nobody's even mediating these contract signings. There's no real officialness to any of this. Because they do every contract signing differently. Sometimes they have Triple H there. Sometimes Paul Heyman will be there. Sometimes Adam Pearce will be there. Or Sonya Deville when she was the GM. Here, these two are just doing their own contract signing. We don't need an official now. Where's President Jack Tunney in all this, Travis?
Jack who?
You don't know President Jack Tunney?
No.
Back in the day, wrestling didn't have general managers. Back in the day, it was President Jack Tunney who would sit down and do the contract signings with Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant, or Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man. We had a president named Jack Tunney. Now, he wasn't a real president, but everybody thought he was.
Can I just say, because I just saw it again, I think Finn Balor has one of the best evil smiles in the business. It's so cocky and smug. You just can't help but be like, man, that's good.
Finn's great. Finn's money. All right, real quick before I go eat my food, who's winning this match at SummerSlam? Finn Balor or Seth Rollins?
I would love to see it be Finn, but I think it'll probably be Seth.
I don't know. I think it might be Finn's time. Maybe.
Oh, well, hold on. If we're going with those standards, man, well, I think it might be Finn's time. It was Finn's time 2 years ago. It's been Finn's time for 2 years straight. The reality of the matter is...
Well, I don't agree with that because 2 years ago, he didn't have Judgment Day running on all cylinders. Now half of Judgment Day has gold. He's in a hot stable, in a hot faction. There's a reason to pull the trigger now, more than ever.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I'm just... My point is, if you're talking about the caliber of athlete and performer Finn is... 2 years ago, he was still as good as he is now.
At the end of the day, Seth Rollins doesn't have what Finn Balor has. He doesn't have Rhea Ripley by his side. Doesn't have Damian Priest by his side. Doesn't have the North American champion, Mr. Mysterio, by his side. So, right now, it's not looking too good for Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. It's not looking good for Seth Rollins to end Raw tonight. He's laid out by the Judgment Day as we go off the air. We'll see what's going to happen. Travis, I'll let you close out the show because I want to go eat. I'm hungry. I'm tired. I had a long day. I was working from 7 in the morning. I had to change a tire on the side of the road at 4 o'clock manually, which was brutal because it was like 90 degrees.
90? You lucky son of a bitch. At 4? At 4
No. You shut your ass up because you live in Texas. You have natural heat. You have no idea what New York humidity is like. It could be 80 here.
Oh, well, yeah.
Feel like 120.
You're right.
The humidity here is on another level. And now we have all these insects coming from Wuhan, China.
I can't understand this because I have a friend who lives in it, and he'll always say things like, in Phoenix, he goes, in Phoenix, it's 120, but it's a dry heat. I'm like, when it gets to 120, it doesn't matter what kind of heat it is.
It's heat. I don't like it. I don't want it. Everybody have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow for NXT. I think Travis is going to stick around for a couple of minutes. I think Jay might come in because that's what he usually does. He usually likes to come in and get his last little bullshit in. So if he does come in, give him my regards. Tell him hello. I'm sorry Marty killed your vibe earlier.
No, I'm playing.
Okay, he's playing.
The thing is
everybody. No, I don't care what the thing is. You tell the people what the thing is because I'm out of here.
Marty is great in like a 30-minute burst. But so Raw tonight wasn't terrible, except for, yes, I'll agree with you, horrible ending, Gianna, and Gianna or Gianna J. I'll put a link in the thing if you want to come in here and discuss or whatever. But overall, Raw was decent tonight. But yes, I'll agree with y'all. The contract signing should never be 4 out of 10, my ass. 4 out of 10 that's like what you see on Impact. These guys are doing much better than Impact. I'll say it was a 7.5. But regardless, decent enough show. The ending was terrible. I don't think contract signing should ever be your main event. To me, that is a waste of time. We all know how contract signings go. Ricky, if you're gonna argue, get your ass in the chat. Let's hear the words. Don't just say it's trash. explain why it's trash. Because if you just say it's trash, that's like me saying Elden Ring is the worst video game ever made. If I don't explain to you that the gameplay was terrible, the plot was boring, the characters were forgettable, the world design admittedly decent, bosses were reused several times, it's like just saying it's trash and not giving any reasons. Just, I don't know. I've always felt like that's not a very... Look, I've talked with you enough to know this now, Ricky. You're an intelligent person. And when a person says, well, it was trash, and doesn't give reasonings, they just come across as unintelligent. And I know that you're not unintelligent. I'll tell you the two biggest issues I had with tonight. Other than that ending. Well, one, that ending. Contract signing is your final thing. Waste of everybody's time. Second thing. How has she been in WWE for, it's been what, 3 years now? Maybe 4? And Ronda Rousey still can't deliver a promo. How? How are you in a business for 3 years and can't deliver a promo? Makes no sense to me. I mean, Gianna, again, why is Charlotte Flair trash? I agree with you. I could give you several reasons I think she's trash, but come on here. Tell the reason why you think Charlotte Flair is trash. Like, don't just say she's trash. Give us a reason. With that being said, I'll tell you my reasoning. I think she's gotten a lot of things just because, she's Charlotte Flair's... she's Ric Flair's daughter. I think that her talent is not terrible, but it's not as good as people make her out to be. And I've never really gotten very invested in a Charlotte Flair feud. And not just because I'm like, women's wrestling is blah, blah, blah. Even from a women's wrestling standpoint, I've just never been interested in anything she's done. She's just, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm out of here, bitch.
Bye. Highlight of the night. I don't like it. I'm a huge fan of him, but I didn't hate seeing Gunther go through the table. I like that they're building this up as kind of like, could McIntyre? I already gave it to him.
Show was trash.
But why?
I'm not on camera. I'm doing something, but the show was trash.
But what's your reasoning why?
Because it's rinse and repeat every week. Judgment Day, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes. Whoa! That's it.
Yeah. So let me ask you this on the topic of rinse and repeat. I said it earlier tonight. I don't know if you were in here when I said this or not, but Savage didn't agree. I want to see what you think. I don't like when people say stuff about, this guy's only got the one move and that somehow detracts from him. But then they cheer others, and I'll say this. Drew McIntyre, beyond boring to watch. Every single match boils down to
boring.
Hit the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hit Claymore. That's the match. That's the entire match. Every bit of the match is just set up for him hitting the Claymore.
Yeah. I agree with that.
And, to a certain degree, look, I think he's a legend. I hope he comes back soon, but healthy. But with that being said, I was never a big Randy Orton fan. I always found Randy Orton's matches boring, too, because it was, again, everything was just set up, hit RKO, there's the match.
Yeah.
But
Randy Orton. I think Randy Orton is Roman Reigns' next opponent.
Is what?
Roman's next opponent.
Maybe.
Randy Orton shows up at the end of SummerSlam.
Yeah, maybe. I could get behind that.
Because if he loses, nobody's going to lose sleep over it. You could tell the story that he's chasing the record. You know what I mean?
You mean if Randy Orton
Good
loses?
story to tell, and then have him somewhere along the line get betrayed.
So in that scenario, are you saying that you would have Randy lose or win?
You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Riddle gets involved somehow, and that's what you get. That's when you get Randy and Riddle at WrestleMania through this Randy Orton coming back for the world title.
I'm gonna go with that. That's good. I think that's good booking. I've said for I don't know, I don't want to say years, but for months now, everyone always talked about, oh, well, Randy Orton turns on Riddle and costs him something. I was like, why does it have to be Randy turning on Riddle? Why can't Riddle be the one who turns on Randy? I think that turning Riddle heel might actually finally, maybe give him some character. But yeah, no, I won't disagree with you that Charlotte Flair is trash, and I don't care if Savage comes back on here right this second.
I had an argument. I had a discussion with somebody. They said, "How could somebody be trash and they're a 16-time champ, a 14-time women's champion?" I said, "Because she's trash. She's not deserving of 14 titles. The only reason she's got so many is because her name is Flair." Mm-hmm. Let's be honest. Let's keep it real here.
I said this a minute ago, and I don't remember. I don't think you were in here yet, but I said this, and I really stand by it. My biggest issue with Flair, I could look over the fact that she botches occasionally. I could look over the fact that, she's only got it because she's a Flair. The thing that I can't get over, I have yet to be interested in any of her feuds, and not from a, women's wrestling in general bores me, because there have been a few good feuds. Asuka and Bianca Belair, I was actually invested in that one. But she's never done anything that makes me go, yeah, this is going to be a really good feud. I'm just like, okay, someone's feuding with Charlotte Flair again. Time filler.
That's how they booked her. That's how they built her.
Savage is down here commenting. He's proving that he's wrong on a daily basis. But he says earned 14 championships with hard work. No, absolutely not.
She hasn't had the best matches in women's wrestling.
She had a lot of hard work done to her chest, but that's a whole other story.
Yeah. Okay. That's enough, Savage.
And then they had to go and remove that because who was it? I think it was Zelina said it or somebody, but somebody said something about her chest is the only natural thing about her, is the only thing natural about her or something like that. And it was like, Savage, it's not hating when we're accurate. It's not our fault that you can't see that Charlotte Flair is trash. Like bargain bin Walmart video trash. Ooh. But yeah, no. Overall,
shut your ass up, man. Charlotte Flair's the greatest women's wrestler of all time, and I just came here for one reason and one reason only, so I could do this because I know you won't. Savage Kingdom Promotions has a lot of shit going on. Make sure you check us out. Go to WrestlingWithSavage.com. Interview with Matt Cardona coming up soon, and a lot of other cool shit that Travis may or may not tell you about. But I'm out of here. Charlotte Flair's the best.
The worst? Yes, she is. So Black Dahlia at Wrestling Universe in Queens on August 19th, 6 to 8 p.m. As you can see, the prices are right there. Photo op 15, signed item 15, combo 20. That's a good price. She's going to be a big thing, I tell you. she's already a semi-big thing. Come see Casey Navarro at Wrestle Bash 2. It will be August 20th. Come see the fastest rising star in pro wrestling today. I think you're looking at a man who's a future WWE champion in Casey Navarro. Haku, the legitimately most badass man in all of wrestling. The stories I have heard, if even 2/10 of them are true, this is a man who legitimately could whoop your butt, my butt, and Savage's butt all at the same time without breaking a sweat. So that's Wrestle Bash at Fairfield, New Jersey, August 20th. Should be a good thing. You've got your Legends Fest with Jimmy Hart. What's that say? Appearing 11 to 4, but what day? Oh, sorry, it's at the top. I didn't see it. Saturday, September 16th, 2023, Fan Fest. Historic Hamburg Fieldhouse, Hamburg, Pennsylvania. Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Good dude. Met him once. If you've never had the chance to meet Jimmy Hart, it's good. Marty Jannetty at the 90s Wrestling Con, Saturday, September 30th. And then you have the other part of 90s Wrestling Con, Rockaway Mall, Rockaway, New Jersey, September 30th. It starts Saturday at 10 a.m. Go support his cousin Cri Text, who is a rapper who rap's not really my thing, but even I have to admit he's pretty good. And pretty good. He's actually very good. Sorry, guys. I should be fair. He's very good. He actually does the opening and ending of our show, the whole, Wrestling with Savage song, which is, I'll play it on our way out. But yeah, so go support Cri Text. Party with Marty. We still are not 100% sure when that's happening, but if you were on here tonight and you heard Marty, you know exactly what you're expecting. If you party with Marty, leave the kids at home. As the Dave Chappelle Show used to say, better not bring your kids. Dark Side of the Ring will be featuring Marty pretty soon. I think it's going to open a lot of eyes. I think it's going to change a lot of the way people look about wrestling back then, and maybe even to a certain degree now. Outlaw Wrestling is an official sponsor of Wrestling with Savage. You can get the Premier Fight Network for $9.99 a month or $100 a full year. It includes live events, and it's actually pretty good. Let's see. Whoa. What the heck happened here? Sorry. Evidently, I'm drifting into last week's SmackDown there, guys. So, yeah. So, into those. I'm going to play the new intro and then probably head off to bed because my jaw is still kind of hurting from the dentist. But, So, thanks for watching, guys. And tomorrow we will be on here at probably about 9 o'clock, I think. Is that right? Basically, when NXT is over, we'll be doing our show. And, y'all should come by and chat with us. And that's going to do it. So I'm going to play the outro. And then I'm going to let y'all go. Bye.
Nice different.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.